What is going on, y'all? Welcome to episode number 70 of Debate and Destroy, the only podcast where we take two albums, go track for track to find out which reigns supreme. I'm your host, as always, Blackout Bill, joined with my co-host, the Fiend from Carrizo Springs.
Local JJ.
Local JJ's in the mix.
That's
and
right.
We got a fucking D&D virgin up in here.
That's right.
Someone who's never been on before.
First timer.
A first timer, dude.
That's the way to put it. That's the way to
Fucking
put
not
it, yeah.
Sean Cron, but Sean the Bomb here in SA, dude.
Is that what it's gonna be?
Laying
That's
it
what it's gonna
down. Yeah. Welcome.
Bars.
Welcome. And
Yeah.
today, Sean is joining us because he expressed his interest in this album debate that we're doing. I picked this one, or one of, I
don't know who did
we
it.
laid it out there a long
Together,
time
right?
ago.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would've been-
And then I think, you know what it was? The catalyst was the tour.
The
Because
tour.
we were like,
yeah.
oh, Bullet should go against Trivium,
Trivium.
but like, which ones should we do? I know we talked about Scream, Maven, Fire versus the Crusade.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
and I know Trivium fans will be like, why the Crusade? Because I think, JJ and I are pretty massive Trivium fans.
Yeah.
I like Bullet for my Valentine, but I don't know. I'll get into my
Yeah.
full opinions of them.
Yes.
But I really liked this album when it came out, but I didn't stick with them as much as I stuck with Trivium. But I do remember the follow-ups, Scream, Aim, Fire, and The Crusade. I think Scream, Aim, and Fire was probably better. Off
Yeah.
the top of my head, The Crusade was
Yes.
pretty whack. I liked a couple songs. but
Not
like,
whack, but you know.
it wasn't whack. It was like
Yeah.
mediocre. It
Yeah,
didn't
there you
live
go.
up to the.
To the
It's crazy
hype.
that Bullet came out with another banger like afterwards. I think.
Ascendancy was such a huge hit for
Yeah.
them. Like,
I've
it
actually
was
never listened to
massive.
Crusade. I've heard parts, but I know it's a little more.
Yeah.
It's a little different than when Trivium.
It's
music
Metallica.
makes up,
You
so.
could-
Metallica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
more
what I've
like
heard.
Metallium.
Metallium.
Triptalica. But no, it's got
thrashier.
some really good songs on it.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
does.
got like 4 fucking bangers. There's just like there's ones that are kind of cheesy and then like as JJ was alluding to, or not even alluding, just putting out there. It's like Metallica.
Yeah.
His
Like I said,
vocal
I've heard
approach.
some
But if you
pieces.
like Metallica and you
Yeah.
like the faster style, like you'll
like it,
enjoy
yeah.
For
you
sure,
know?
for sure. I have to tell you, sit down, listen to the whole thing.
Yeah,
one of
I
these
think
days,
a
full
lot of
blown.
people give it shit because it's so angsty. Like his
Oh.
voice is more angsty than any of the other
That's how it was
albums.
back then, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It was, but it's funny because like his first 2 albums, they're angsty, but not that like that. I don't know. But
Yeah.
either way, after that, Trivium had Shogun, which is fucking amazing.
Yes.
And,
Ooh, yes.
You know,
On and on.
on and on. Yeah. And now Alex is great. And so that's what's going to go with Bullet. Like, I stopped after the album after Scream, Aim, and Fire, which I think is Fever.
Yes.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
I remember Fever, and I was kind of like indifferent. And then the one after, it completely fell
Yeah.
off.
What was the last
Temper,
one?
Temper?
Halo? Or
Temper.
Yeah.
Temper
That was
was
the
one
one
after
where
that
I was
one,
just
yeah.
like, I heard the
single,
and
and
that's,
I was like,
I
nope.
really was just like, and especially as the years went on, I was like, I need something heavier than this.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was really in that like, nah, man, that's Poser stuff now.
Well, to be honest, in my opinion, they're gateway bands. They
Yeah.
they
They are.
spread
Both of them, very
they
much
spread
so.
different tunnels, man. Like
Yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine will lead into Motions in White and Atreyu and Funeral for a Friend, that type of route. And then Trivium, you get into the Machine Heads, the Metallicas.
Yeah.
It's just-
Lamb of God.
yeah,
for sure.
Lamb of God. Yeah, so
I agree.
they take different routes, but they're both awesome. I enjoy them. I enjoyed these 2 albums, The Poison versus Ascendancy.
Poison versus
Yeah.
Ascendancy.
That's
dude, what a
right.
battle.
Classic.
The similar, and also it is just crazy the similarities between these bands. Not just musically.
No.
We also have that these albums came out first. Their first like real releases came
Yeah.
out the same year, and
Yep.
then both of the lead singers are Matt.
Yeah,
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Battle of the Mats.
The
Both-
Battle of the
Yeah.
Mads.
And then both are like going back to the music. They're not really metalcore. They're kind of more thrash with screaming.
Yeah.
With some influences of metalcore and the singing.
Well, some people put them straight up in the metalcore
I would
category,
put
which I
them
don't
in the metalcore.
understand. Yeah, I don't understand
I
that
fucking
route.
don't
For what
even
metalcore
know.
became, I would put them in the metalcore. They're not like classic metalcore, like the Converge stuff, but I think they
Yeah.
have some of that
yeah.
2006 metalcore.
They're a
I
good
agree.
mix
They
of
started
all of
started
it.
that.
The
Yeah.
breakdown's
Yeah,
not like,
exactly.
the band, Metallica and all them weren't doing that. The thing is, like, when they're riffing styles, like the tremolo picking riffs,
Yeah.
and like, that shit sounds like thrash to
Yeah,
me. And the
it's
way that the
definitely
drums play in the
thrash-inspired.
background. So I'm like, I don't know. But I understand also why you would say metalcore. The thing is, like, we were just saying, with extreme metals, like, I don't really give a
yeah.
fuck at the end of the day. It's like, is it good
It's
or
in
not?
the category.
And these guys, at least they wrote catchy songs on both
Yes.
sides.
Oh,
There's
for
a reason
sure.
why both these albums resonated with people, because I think you could capture a Metallica fan and a Killswitch fan for both. You know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
We can talk about, or even a punk people for the Bullet side. Maybe not so much
or
a Trivium,
more
but there's
screamo, really.
Screamo,
yeah,
like
screamo and that.
punk, stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, but I still think these guys, they just seem like thrash dudes to me. Like these bands are very
Heavy
I think
influence.
their most influential bands probably to them were thrash. I think I've heard them say that in interviews, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
Metallica's our favorite band, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And they
dude.
wanted to be that big. It
Yeah.
wasn't like we're trying to make obscure metal for obscure people. It's like
Yeah.
we want to rock a fucking arena. And these songs, no matter what, like if you're hearing them live, you're gonna bang your head, whether you agree or disagree with the vocals and lyrics. You know?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know? But all that being said, dude, we got to get down to it. It's a banger. 2006. Let's go back. I can't believe they're touring these.
know,
in
right?
full.
05.
I'm so ready. Sean, are you going to join us?
Absolutely.
at
I
the
already
San
bought my
Antonio show?
tickets. So I thought we were going for the
we're
dab.
going
Yeah,
for
definitely
a
going for the
handshake on
dab.
that, because we're not kids anymore. We got to
there you
shake
go.
hands.
Wait, who's the third man, by the way, before we even start?
August
Is somebody
Burns
big?
Red?
Oh, August
August
Burns
Burns
Red.
Red.
No, yeah.
And Silosis.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
Silosis, yeah.
Bro, that show's going to be
That's gonna be a
fucking
good
great
show, dude. Yeah.
August Burns Red literally always kills it.
Yeah.
They do.
I've never seen them not kill it.
Yes.
Love Silosis. I know.
I'm
you're
a
the
big
Silosis
fan,
fanboy.
baby.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Josh?
Yeah, Josh Middleton.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, yeah, I'm glad to see them. But yeah, so the tour's coming together, and
right.
For
we got to do the
sure.
album debates. We got to see which one's better.
That's right.
Track by
Starting
track.
early.
So on the track listing, JJ and I talked about this before. Don't
Yeah.
know if he filled you in. We just knocked off the end
Okay.
on
Yeah.
Bullet, and then
Yeah.
just kept them.
I didn't
the
write
rest.
nothing for that one, so we're good. I got
Okay,
prepared.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, because I actually think the end is either my least favorite track on the album or the second least. But we can talk
Really?
about that.
It's solid.
Yeah, we'll talk about
It's-
that.
It's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're right.
anyway. And then I thought, because they both have intros, we can do the intros. We can talk about them separately. But,
Yeah, sure.
Hey, first and foremost, we got to say who's home team. We got to pick home court advantage.
Oh man.
And here, I'm
Oh.
going to put my vote just because I like the album cover better. I got to go with Ascendancy. Like, I like that thing, whatever it is. That demon thing is so cool.
I don't want to sound
Yeah.
biased, but I'll go with the Ascendancy too. I
Yeah,
think
same, dude. I think.
Have y'all seen the tour cover art with like the dude demon
Yes,
thing with the
dude.
girl?
Yeah. They
did a
that
really
thing
good
looks
job on
nice.
that.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
did-
like.
okay.
It's a nice pet mascot there. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going Ascendancy lane. JJ,
Yeah.
Boom.
I was gonna
Sorry,
pick
man.
it.
Sorry.
All right, guys, let's get this fucking debate started, dude. Track number 1. Let's talk about the intros real quick. Let me ask this of both y'all. Should this determine a point, the intros, be a separate point?
Why not?
Why not?
Why
I
not?
think
Fuck
it's
it,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
fuck
think
it.
it's
Let's
cool.
go.
Yeah.
The End of Everything versus intro featuring Apocalyptica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
dude,
dude.
Apocalyptica was actually so funny. It was one of the first shows I ever went to in like
Really?
2009.
Oh, really?
2009 at the Backstage Live with my buddy Dario. So
Oh,
random.
that's hilarious.
So random. I have videos that are like all shitty on my cell phone. But I have the tickets still. And because I love Metallica and I had never seen them. So I was like, oh, Apocalyptica. I can hear them on show. I mean, it's a cool show.
That's funny, dude. The first feature I ever heard them was with 3 Days Grace.
Days
I don't
Grace, yeah.
care.
I got that
Yeah,
one
on
on
the
rotation.
background,
I got
dude.
that one on the playlist.
My
Yeah.
teenage self,
Yeah.
dude. I'll just cry. I don't care.
I still listen to that thing, man. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. So let's start with that intro. What do you guys, or any just general feelings that you have about these intros? Is it at this time I wasn't so jaded by intros,
Yeah.
but nowadays I do get kind of frustrated.
Do you?
There's
Really?
just so many bands that do all right, we're gonna have this. There's some bands
Like the
just skip it.
moody,
Yeah.
soft,
Trying to build
melancholy.
it has
yeah.
to work, or it was nostalgic for me. One of the two. These are both
Oh.
nostalgic for me, so I was fine with them.
I get what you mean.
I'm saying
Oh.
like new bands when they have an intro, it's like, all right, man, let's just get to it.
That's funny.
Especially if
think-
they're like 4-minute build-ups. You're like,
Okay, if
"Ugh."
it's too long, yeah. No, but I don't mind them. I think build-ups can be great, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's a rite of passage,
Yeah.
man. At this point, like if you're gonna release an album, it's gotta have a really long intro. But that's me. You know?
Wow,
I think it's a
really?
rite
But
of
these aren't
passage.
that long.
They're
No,
not.
these
they're
are
not.
short,
They're
yeah.
not.
Short, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually think like the End of Everything. Trivium has other intros on their albums, but I still think the End of Everything is their best intro.
No, I think In Waves, dude. The one for In Waves, the one that starts off.
It's
I
a little
don't
too
even-
distorted. I think.
Yeah, the piano,
No.
dude. That one's fucking sick, dude. And then
It
they
is
usually
really
close.
distorted.
It
Yeah,
is
That's
really.
true.
I don't know
The
if you
production
listened
on
to
that
it
has
in a while,
always kind
but
of tripped me
yeah,
out.
just
Like-
that one intro. That's it. The rest of the album is great, but that intro is a little weird with the mixing there. in my
Wow.
opinion.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's that's a good point. That like I don't think, in which is wild because the rest of that album, the production is
Yeah,
fucking
exactly,
awesome.
so-
What you know what's funny is these two producers helped produce In Waves.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Shit.
from
Wow,
each
I
one.
had no clue.
Well, they had
Dude,
this
these
whole-
producers were fucking sick, dude. Did you
Oh,
see them?
No, I didn't.
Dude, it is
What are their names?
crazy.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
don't know.
Colin
I don't know
Richardson?
anything
Colin
about
Richardson,
Yeah,
yes,
he's
dude.
the GOAT, dude. He's the
Carcass,
fucking-
all the Carcass albums.
No,
dude.
Colin Richardson. Yes, I know. He's a
Yes,
legend.
dude. And then
Or I
the
don't
other
know
one
him
was
personally.
Well,
Jason
yeah, I'm aware
Sucker.
of 'em.
He did War of Will from Battlecross and all the Black Dahlia Murder
Yeah,
albums.
that I
name?
did see.
What was that
looking
guy's
at.
name?
Jason Sukoff.
Shout out to Jason.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Jason,
Shout
my
out
boy.
to
Job for the
Jason.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Dude, he did some bangers, dude.
Dang.
Yeah.
But
Around.
I think the production on both these albums is solid, but that's funny that you bring that up, and I agree with Sean. I think that the end of everything has really clean production, and I know that's probably what they were going for in Waves, and it works live, right? But like, I never listen to it anymore, ever. Like, I don't listen.
It's been
to
a
the
long
intro.
time.
What's it called?
Honestly.
Capsizing the Sea.
Capsizing
I
the
don't.
Sea. Yeah.
I don't ever listen to that anymore.
Wow.
Like, I just,
you
if
just
I'm gonna
skip
listen in Waves, I'm gonna listen in Waves.
Yeah, just
I
straight
don't
to
need
the
to go
straight
second
to the
track.
point.
Yeah.
And actually, I say that, but I do the same for Rain. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I would rarely put this one on because I've heard it so many times. But I think, like, I prefer it of all the Trivium intros. Snowfall.
Yeah,
whatever the
Snowfall's
new
not
ones,
that good. Yeah. No, I actually like the Capsizing the Sea the better. But what I'm saying is, like, if I'm gonna listen to the full album, I might as well listen to the intro. You know,
Oh,
yeah.
I love the
I'm
contrast.
I agree.
I love
Beginning
the
to end type of
contrast
guy.
of the soft side, and then right from the start when Rain starts, dude, you get
Just
that fucking
into it.
banger, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the way
Yeah.
it cuts out with
Yeah.
all the music, you know what I mean? And it sits there for a second. Like, it kind of idles.
Yes.
And then,
Dun, dun.
like,
Yeah,
that's all really
dude.
good. But just speaking about the little piece that's there, like the piano melody, I always get stuck in my head.
Yes.
Always.
For
It's
sure.
a great one live, too, dude.
It's real
We're-
cinematic for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, like, the Bullet one, I think it's a good build-up. I don't have anything against it. It just doesn't
No.
wow me, and it doesn't stick with me.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do much for me,
You get,
honestly.
like, the guitar feedback, good build-up, but it kind of sounds like every other one. Whereas the Trivium one, I get more...
Yeah.
uniqueness. It sticks out more. Like, I can hum it.
What's another similarity between them? Because the other, her voice resides, this starts
Just
off strong
into
too,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Both of them just go into it. So
I agree.
yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
But how much can we say about intros? We got to
No, I know, right?
I'm
Yeah.
going
I
into
was-
everything.
yeah,
Okay,
same
okay,
thing,
just
dude.
straight into it, just
Wow.
like the
Yeah.
records. Yeah.
Straight in.
Straight in.
Oh. All right, let's go on to track number 2, dude. Rain versus Her Voice Resides. Dude, both
This is a
great
battle.
starts to this album.
This is a battle, I will
I gotta
tell you
say
that.
this because, like I was alluding to earlier, talking about Bullet, I really liked this album when I first heard it, but I haven't listened to Bullet in so long.
It's been a
You know what I
long
mean? Like
time,
a long
dude.
time. And going back, I was like, oh, that's why this hit me. Like, I remember being like, I don't know, I was like 13 or 14 and being like, dude, this shit is ripping.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
You know what I mean? It's
I used
like,
to think this was the hardest shit in the
oh, I
world,
did
dude.
too. I did too. But one thing is, the guy's voice, Matt,
Whoa, which man?
Matt from Bullet. What's his
Tuck.
last name?
Matt
Tuck.
Tuck. Matt Tuck. Yeah.
Tuck. His voice, like his singing voice, it will never be my favorite because I think I've said it on the podcast before. Prissy male voices,
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
At
it's
least this
heavy
one
on this
isn't-
record.
was that?
I think it's heavy on this record. The emo, prissy voice.
Really?
I love it though. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of
Yeah.
how his voice has evolved. I don't know if you heard his newest.
Yeah, it's
the
not the
subtitle
greatest.
album.
No,
Well, he
no.
had surgery on it, I thought.
Is that what
it
happened?
really
Did he
fucked
really?
him up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can tell, but like
All the
just
Mats
based-
had
All the
had
Mats.
surgery,
All the
dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's right, Matt
Even
Shadows.
Matt Shadows, too, and Heavy.
Have you had surgery? I don't
I
think
could have
so.
sworn.
No, I don't
thought
think
he
so.
just-
I don't know
disrupted his
about that one.
voice.
He probably did. Everybody does. at some
Heafy,
point.
sorry.
Yeah, Matt Heafy, yeah.
But Tuck, like, pop punk is one of my least favorite because, like, there's some dudes who
Ah.
actually sing like that, and there's some that put the majority in that genre put it on.
Yeah.
I don't think he's putting it on. I really think that's how he sings, but it's just not my favorite style. That being said, though, at least he does it in like not a super high kind of like it's more punky, I would say,
A little
versus
bit.
like poppy.
I get what you mean.
know,
yeah, the pop punk that puts it into perspective. That makes a lot of sense.
But his scream is great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
His
for sure.
scream rips on this. I was going back. I'm like, I forgot how good his scream is. You can hear every word, but yet you still got that, good guttural backing to it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I love the way with a lot of the parts on the Bullet side is, him filling the sentences in with like scream to sing.
Yes.
I love the way they.
There's a
contrast
lot of that in this
Yeah.
album.
I was gonna say, is it who does the backing vocals in that one? Is that Mike Padge? Mike Padge is the other guitarist? 'Cause
No,
I know it's not
Michael
all-
Page doesn't do.
He doesn't do anything?
No, I don't think he does the
Because
backing.
I don't think it's all Matt on the record.
It's
I
the new
think that-
bassist, whoever the
Is
new
that what it
bassist
is?
is.
No,
It used
I
to
think
be
on,
James.
on this
Is it all
record, I
Matt?
think it's all Matt.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
I don't know, yeah, but
I
yeah.
know live they would trade off, but it was the bassist. JJ's right.
Yeah, James,
see.
whatever his name is.
James
Jace,
something.
yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
do. I like that live because, dude, how the fuck are you gonna do both?
No, it's
You know what I
impossible.
mean? And the same thing with Corey and Matt Heafy on the Trivium
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Like they have to do the trade-offs. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But her verse Resides, man. I really got nothing to say. I think it's almost one of the most punk-driven songs in the album, though. Like with
Oh,
pushing
for
the
sure.
chords, like on the
Yes.
chorus and stuff. So you get that vibe, and his voice fits feel to me a little bit more. But it was a nice change of pace because I
It
was
was,
like, I haven't
dude.
heard Bullet, and I was like, wow.
I was
that
surprised. I
fucking
was
good, dude.
surprised. I
Solid
do like the
song.
sprinkles of the double bass that I forgot his name, but his nickname's called the Moose. The drummer, the Moose. Yeah, he doesn't go too crazy, dude. He's not over the top. He just does little sprinkles of double bass throughout the song, and I think it resonates with me
There's
personally.
a lot of room to breathe on the record. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
That really
There's
shows
a
on
lot.
Revolve.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree, and that's one major difference I would say between these two bands is the drumming is definitely
way different from
Like Travis is a much crazier, like he would fit more into an extreme metal band than maybe a thrash band. I don't know if he could blast or whatever, but his doubles are crazy.
Because I feel like every moment that Travis can get, he's just filling.
Oh, fuck yeah. And I think that makes Trivium, dude, and we could go down that whole rabbit hole with Trivium Unfortunate series of drummers post-Travis. But those were not easy shoes to fill.
No,
dude.
no.
He really was a great fucking drummer. Like
He was, dude.
And so switching over to Rain, what a great example of that. That double bass is insane,
Yes,
dude.
it is.
And,
It is.
Now here in 2024, if there's younger members of the audience or even people our age, like there's no wow factor to it anymore. Because like after this point, this
Double
is
bass
only
is
a very
everywhere.
personal take. Once you got past 2007 to 2008, like the speeds of the double bass were just already like, not just that someone could do it, but then they also had like cheat codes that were doing it. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of like, I don't know what to believe, and it's not as impressive as it used to be.
Yes.
And that technology was out at this time too, and people had done it in death metal, but people got to remember that the heaviest shit that I had heard, and this is like, again, a personal thing, and for a lot of people like us, getting into more extreme metal was like Metallica, Megadeth, a little bit of Slayer, which has some fast stuff. But Dyer's Eve was still like, holy shit.
That was
or like
fast.
the Part for One. When you first heard, they're like, whoa, dude. What is that? And then you just the next extreme. But once you get so jaded, you go, well, it doesn't really matter how fast you can play. Does it really suit the song? Like, that's the only question that matters. And on this one, it does.
Yeah.
It does, dude.
Travis fucking kills this song.
Yeah, Travis
dude.
is banging,
There's
bro.
an onslaught.
Onslaught. One of my favorite things about Rain I've always loved is they give you the riff, but when Matt brings his vocals in, his guitar drops out. You have one guitar, and then he scrapes and brings it in. That always gets me, dude. That is such a good little part.
Yeah, those riffs are monstrous, man. They're really good,
are.
yes.
Now, Rain, like the chorus, what do y'all think about the chorus?
It's not my favorite after all these years, dude. There's better choruses on this album for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's something where Bullet, I think, has the upper hand as far as like really catchy melodic. Not to say that Triviums aren't melodic. And I really think, I sat and listened to both, and I think I figured out why. I think Bullet does very, very good with the like additional harmonies.
Yeah.
And having them placed right in the mix to where it
layer
makes
their
Matt
vocals.
Tuck's vocals
Yeah,
really
his octave's a
fucking-
little higher.
Yeah. And there's some harmonies on the Trivium side, but they're just much more present on the Bullet, so it feels like a big chorus.
For
you know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
There's her voice resides kind of, but there's other songs in the album I get to. But
Yeah.
I think that holds back a couple of the Trivium choruses. This one has always been like.
Well, this one
it's
especially,
decent.
you got a lot of vocal changes on Voice Resides.
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't
ton
wanna
of
get too
them.
loose, but there are some points on the record where Matt from Trivium, I
Yeah.
have a little problem with some of his voices, but for the most part, I know he was younger.
Yeah,
than
he
the
was
other
just
man
getting
on
a
this
feel,
album.
yeah.
angsty feel here
Yeah,
too. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
So I'm
that.
not going to give him a pass, but I still wouldn't label Matt's voice any point of his career as prissy. There's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
no
yeah.
priss.
Angsty,
Like there's
but it's
no,
not prissy, no.
But that being said, his scream here is fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
for
dude,
sure.
his
You know what I
scream's
mean?
amazing.
Definitely like one of those things where he had to change because it was unsustainable.
Exactly.
Obviously, I
He
think
was
that's
putting
And his
Wow.
voice has gotten so much better over the years, man.
sure.
Like,
It really has,
and I
dude.
feel like he's the opposite. We're Tuck, dude. Tuck, he's
Already talked
regressed.
about that.
Really?
Yeah, I think
think so,
Tuck's
too.
regressed too, dude.
I saw the live video, and I can't wait to see them live again because the only time I've seen Bullet was that fucking Avenged Sevenfold tour in like 2012. or
No,
whatever.
we saw a little bit of that metal tour of the year, bro.
Metal tour
It
of the
was them,
year.
Trivium, Megadeth, and Lamb of God.
I don't
Dang.
think they were not on that bill.
Yeah, we seen them. I promise you, we seen them.
Well, they definitely weren't on that bill.
It was when they had released their new album, dude. It was 21.
Okay, either way, they did that live in the K-Pit. Have y'all seen that? Where like bands go and they do this for Kerrang! Magazine, I'm pretty sure, where they play big bands go and play like a 300-person bar.
Oh,
And they
the-
film it.
the K
Very
Tiny
cool.
Pit, yeah.
The Tiny Pit, the K
Yeah.
Pit or whatever.
I have to search that one up. I haven't seen it.
And
That's
Bullet,
good,
that
dude.
was like, I had not listened to them in maybe like 6 years or something. I saw it and I was like, well, I'll check it out. And they played this song I hadn't heard called Knives.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
one
like,
of the newer ones.
holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. You heard it live, dude. I promise you.
I don't think so. JJ will fact check JJ.
We'll
after this.
fact
We'll be
check
back
it.
to answer that question. But one of the things too on the Trivium side is that breakdown for Rain is unbelievable.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That
dude.
might be the best breakdown on the fucking album, on both albums.
I don't know what that one,
it's
but
close,
it is good.
but yeah.
it goes
I
hard.
think it's
It
up
goes
there,
hard.
dude. It's got to be
dude.
number 2 or 3, like at least. It's a crazy.
It
fucking
is,
break.
dude. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. From
It sets the
2:30
tone.
on,
Yeah.
dude, it's fucking killer, dude. The
And I
ending's
love
badass.
that
It's just
after
great.
Travis, I think they may have done it with Nick, the drummer, after. But definitely when Nick left, they didn't play Rain for a minute, dude. Because they had
Oh,
no
yeah.
one to replicate that until
No,
they got
dude.
Alex. And it was like,
Jesus Christ.
it's so just not just like crazy fastable bass, but it's just right away, like
Yeah.
just right in your face. So, okay, start the song.
That man's
Go.
legs
Yeah,
must be
dude.
something else, dude. Is all I'm saying.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's great, man. Him and Travis, but I think I would take Alex at the end of the day. Like
Oh,
both are
for sure, dude.
fantastic, but
I
Alex
just
is
like
great
the
as
way
fucking wild.
Bent does his fills better. Yeah.
I think so. Like, but at the same time,
And his tone.
we're in 2024
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the fills that were, not as heard in this era have been overplayed now. Like, kick, right? Like, like
Oh, that's a lot of that, yeah.
All the patterns. Yeah.
Like, and doing that super fast.
Yes.
Now people are like, all right, maybe I should change it up. I think Alex is good at that, right?
Okay, that's
but
what-
I think
yeah.
if Travis was still playing, he wouldn't be doing that same
Well, I mean,
thing,
I
right?
wouldn't hope so.
I
Yeah,
would hope
exactly.
not. Well, here we go. If you think about Shogun, there's not a lot of that on
No,
there.
there's not,
He got
actually.
better,
Yeah,
I would
he
think,
did.
and especially if we talk about Kierstat Goman, like that drum intro thing is fucking dope, dude. Like,
Yes.
he's a great anyway, great drummers. But we got to make a decision on this one. And
That's
this
tough.
One
This one's
One
tough.
was tougher.
This one is
This was
tough for
tougher,
me,
but I hate to be a Trivium fanboy, but I got to go Rain.
I know,
got to
dude.
go Rain.
What are you going with, Sean?
Ooh, that's it's really hard. I really do like Her Voice Resides. I think especially with the intro, I think when you put them together,
Yeah,
they're a
I
really
don't
nice
blame you.
combo for me personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of atmosphere in that one. There's
Yeah.
a lot of build up. But that's just me. Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
both like I said, one is they're both great songs in the sense one's maybe like a little bit more extreme, a little bit harder,
Mm-hmm.
but the other one I think is catchier. Like you can sing the chorus and
Yeah,
have
exactly.
a good time, and like I think live would probably connect because it's
Yeah.
a little bit slower, a little bit more mid-tempo. So, and I've seen Rain a lot. It either gets the pits going or people are just kind of like, this is a lot.
It's really hit or miss, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this can be a little
Yeah.
biased for me too, because I've never seen Trivium live. I've only seen Bullet.
Really?
So I know.
Oh,
what
you're
kind
gonna
of
love
energy they
Trivium,
bring.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
you're gonna
Bullet
love
brings
it.
a lot of energy. So
You are
You're
gonna
in
have a
for a
great time with
treat.
Trivium now.
They are so tight live, dude.
Are
It's
they really?
insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
So this is tough, honestly, but I'll probably go with Her Voice Resides because I'm
Wow,
gonna tell
I
you
didn't
why.
expect that.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
didn't
No,
No,
hold
you don't
on,
believe
hold
that.
on, hold on. I just
so
think
stupid.
I think Trivium is gonna take it to another level on these next couple ones.
What do you-
That's the reason.
Wow,
so you're
you're
getting
going
that's a
easy
pity
start.
vote. That's
Yeah,
why.
exactly.
No, it's not a pity
I didn't
vote.
know if
I
you
actually
were
like it.
Sean, 'cause
I actually
knew
like
he was
it.
coming from a place of fucking genuineness,
Yeah.
and I knew you were giving fucking bull with my mouth on the pity party.
No, I actually like
Go
the
with
song,
what
dude.
song you prefer. I know you prefer Rain, dude.
I gotta
There's
start-
no way you prefer Her Voice Resides. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. JJ the Thrash guy prefers Her Voice
Yeah,
Resides.
that is kind of
Come on, JJ. Do it for continuity purposes.
Continuity.
You have a character. You have fans.
Wow.
Fans, dude.
They expect more out of you.
No, dude.
You're really going to Her Voice Resides.
I fucking hate you. That's so, I know you that you don't believe that. That'll come up again. You see that reaction? That'll come up again. Jesus. All right, guys. Let's go on to track number 3. Pull harder on the strings of your martyr
Oh,
versus 4 words to choke upon.
I think they're
Look at
both
me now.
awesome. They're both awesome songs.
This is
dude.
They're
both.
both
This
great.
is another really
Yeah.
close one.
That drum fill starting off with Pull Harder, though.
That
I mean,
vodka hitting you, dude.
Yeah, I got the hiccups right there. No, I agree. I was about
Yeah.
to say I brought up Shogun and Kierstat, but this drum intro.
To go back to that,
another
yeah.
great
Yes.
Travis drum
Exactly.
intro. Iconic.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Iconic in
the way it
dance.
pans
So
left to right.
fast paced, dude, and
Yeah.
the riffs kick ass.
I think the problem for me, I love Pull Harder. The problem for me is how many times I fucking heard
Oh
it.
yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. See, that's
Yeah.
not a
So
problem
that's
for
a
me.
bias.
Well, they stopped playing it now. They stopped. They haven't
They
played
did.
it. They haven't
And
played it in a long
honestly,
time.
that's like
yeah.
one I got to shout out Trivium because
They finally learned.
they didn't finally learn, dude. That was like their most popular song. What are you gonna not give the crowd your most
I know,
popular
yeah.
song? Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
Nine in
top
Your Arms
3?
is pretty fucking big. They weren't playing
That one is
that.
pretty good.
Because it's because Dying in Your Arms doesn't connect with all metal audiences. A select metal audience would probably enjoy Dying in Your Arms, like an arena rock.
Yeah.
type thing.
It's a little more
Whereas-
ballady.
Pull Harder if you're touring with Lamb of God fans or Slayer fans are not going to want. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's very true. But they were trying to get popular. They were trying to get popular this whole time. That's why they have hits like this throughout in every album. They have
When you
something
say
like
that,
this.
what do you mean? Do you mean they were writing hits? They were trying to write a song to be as popular as they can?
Yes.
Or do you think they're just being
You
genuine?
think this song feels like that?
No, I feel like they're trying to be popular. I really do.
I don't think so. With this
You don't
song.
think so on this
No,
one?
I think he's talking more Dying in Your Arms. Did you
Dying
have-
in Your Arms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with
He's
Dying
not
in
talking
Your Arms.
about Full Hearted.
No,
that,
no,
one, that
Full
one's
Hearted,
a
yeah.
Radio Rock 9.5 Kiss song right there, yeah.
Maybe it could be writing for a broader appeal, but I think it's still genuine to them, right? Like, I don't think it's like, oh, we sold out. Like that type
Yeah.
of mentality.
Yeah.
But
No.
either way, let's get to Pull Harder. You know, going back to it, I had to shout him out because, especially after now they come out with a Court of the Dragon, they've been playing a lot of new material, which I love to see.
Oh,
and I
yes.
think that's different from Sean because we have a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
I've seen fucking Trivium like over 15 times. Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude.
it's been
Easily.
a lot,
Yeah.
dude. So, and I love it every single time. I have a great time. But that's one of the things when you've seen them a bunch, you're like, dude, come on, let's stop
Play
playing
something
this
new.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand why, because it's, you know, a lot of new people at every show. You never know. And so it's like, how bummed would you be if they didn't play Pull Harder?
Yeah,
You'd be like,
honestly.
dude,
Yes.
come on.
I think especially with that Pull Harder, you know, that
Oh,
section
yeah,
that
you
everybody
would've chanted.
So, yeah,
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
chanting song, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
This is one of the
Of
ones
course,
that I
so
think the
good.
crowd goes wild for. I'd
100%.
imagine it, so yeah.
Yeah, and this one has a great chorus, I think, compared to Rain, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
you get that build up, that's a lie, and then you finally pull into Matt's like melodic voice. I think that the pacing of the song is great. Like I really do enjoy it.
It is.
I think maybe the one thing I would be like critical about now is just like, and I could say this on both sides with lyrics that I'm like interesting, maybe more so for Bullet, but the breakdown lyrics always make me laugh.
Oh,
they're
yes,
just
dude.
a lot, dude.
But I
Yeah.
really enjoy that solo. The solo is
This song is
fucking
good. It's kinda
fantastic.
power
I think.
metal-y to me.
Oh,
I mean, I know
yes.
it's a little weird, but
That's
yeah, I
Corey,
feel like I
right?
was
That has to
listening.
be Corey. I'm
It
thinking.
has to be. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
his styles.
Yeah,
Both
their,
are great
their
solos,
style
but
is different.
Corey's
Yeah.
definitely a fucking like that boy can play the guitar.
Yes,
Like a
dude.
motherfucker. You know,
He's
he reminds.
Jackson's.
Oh, he's Jackson's. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like one of those. He would if that guy was like in the '80s. You know what I mean? He would have been like an '80s guitar hero.
Yeah,
like,
for
he really
sure.
does have
Yeah.
that feel, and they're just in the wrong era. But not really, because they got pretty big. But
No, yeah, they're still
They
pretty
worked
big,
out
yeah.
fine.
But 4 Words to Choke Upon, dude. I mean, that's a great song
That's
too.
a classic
And we wanna-
Madden song, dude.
Yeah. Look, these lyrics have
Yeah,
also
I mean-
not like aged well.
No, they have
But
not, dude.
As a 15-year-old person
Oh,
listening
goes
to
hard.
that,
It
that
goes
is
hard.
like the
15
most
pounds
angsty,
of
like,
muscle.
50
man.
oh, immediately you're pumped up and you're like, that's like the hardest thing you could say.
Dude,
to
that's all.
someone. 4 words to choke upon. Look at me now, dude.
Dude.
Actually, like it was good taking that breather from Bullet because this is one of the ones where I'm like, I know it's cheese, but like,
It goes hard, dude.
It's
it
fun,
goes,
dude.
It goes really hard. It's got the pinch harmonics. It's got the pick scrapes. It's got
Oh,
everything.
yes.
It's
Exactly.
a quintessential Bullet song, man.
look at me now, and the way he
The
weaves
point-
it in is
Yeah,
perfect, dude.
exactly,
And
yeah.
Also, the drummer Moose. The Moose Man,
The
dude,
Moose
great drumming on
Man.
this.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Especially going, filling in little parts, adding the bass accents and stuff. But I fucking just love the way that Matt Tuck places the scream versus the singing
Yeah.
Yes.
on the verses, man. That just it grabs me every time. And like I said, dude, it's cheesy, but it's the right type of cheese where you're like, you know what? Yeah, dude. If
I
I was
get
a
down
rock
to
star,
this,
that would
dude.
be the shit. Dude.
Yeah,
Just
I'd be
like,
going-
You get super famous and be like, fuck all those people who said I couldn't do it. Like, look at me
For
now,
sure.
bitch. So I bet he felt that way. You know,
I'm
I bet a lot
sure.
of them do. You know, who wouldn't? So I do respect it. But what about you? You
No, I really
JJ?
enjoy this song, dude. There's a lot of intricate parts. Like you said, there's back and forth with the guitar and the scrapes and the little pinch harmonics.
They got
and
that
then,
wall pedal. I'm assuming it's a wall pedal. I don't know what
Yeah.
they use on the record, but they're
Yeah.
pretty heavy with the walls.
And then
Yeah.
Michael Page I think he's a good soloist. I think his solos are pretty solid throughout the
Yeah,
song.
I think Michael
albums.
Page is
Yeah.
definitely a good solo
Yeah, for sure.
guitarist. And, you know, I think with 4 Words to Choke Upon, the thing is like, if you were to play these two back to back at a live setting, which is going to be great to see them
Oh,
going
yeah.
back to back.
Oh, yeah.
But I really wonder which one's going to get more of a pop. Because they're both kind of like
Crowd pleasers.
crowd pleasers
Yeah.
and their choruses that are like they have the chanting, you know,
Yeah.
more like, you know, pull harder and then look
Yeah.
at me.
That-
So it's gonna
that's
be
gonna go
interesting. I
hard,
want to
dude.
see what
Yeah.
I think they're both going to do really well live, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I want to
This
see the
one's
crowd
good.
participation with now it's been so long that I haven't seen Bullet, even Trivium. I want to see what the crowd does, especially because they're playing Trivium's playing a way bigger venue
Arena,
than they did
yes.
last time.
Yeah, the Boeing Tech's pretty big.
Yeah,
I haven't been there
so
yet,
it's
but
like
I've
an
heard
It's
arena.
nice, dude. You're
Yeah.
going to like
yeah,
it.
I think it's like maybe 7,000 people, 7,500,
Wow, that's pretty good.
8,000.
Depends
Yeah.
how they open it up, too. Was
Yeah.
there seats when you bought the ticket? you don't
It
remember?
was just the standing floor. I'm
Oh,
pretty
cool.
sure.
Yeah, it's
so,
gonna be nice, yeah.
So it'd be like 7,500, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe less, but yeah, that'll be a good one. I think one thing, this is like where the prissiness of the voice, that's maybe the only thing I could take away. But once again, if you're a fan of that stuff, it doesn't bother me. But like, then it gets, I'm like, oh, not my favorite thing on planet Earth, but I do respect the note that he's hitting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a good vocalist. It's just that tone is like not my.
See, I've got a little comments on that. I think, especially on the record, I don't know about live, but Trivium or Matt,
Yeah.
Heafy on this record, he's kind of hard to understand on his clean vocals.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
He mumbles
Actually,
There's so
much.
many
That's
videos
a
of
very good
yeah.
point. And it's speaking to the catchiness of the choruses, like I was saying,
Yeah.
harmonies, and then hearing the words that he's actually saying. That's a
Can't
really good
understand
point.
nothing,
Yeah.
dude. Had half the
Yeah.
songs. Yes.
There's, we'll get to songs, but there's
Yeah.
ones where I'm like, I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Whereas like Matt Tuck is so clear.
Yeah, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Yes.
Even with
Yeah.
the screams, I think they're pretty
They are. He
coherent.
enunciates
you know what I mean?
very
Yeah.
well. Like you pick the words out. Very talented vocalist. But yeah, that's a very
Yeah.
good point. I agree with that. But we
Yeah.
got to make a decision, dude. This is a tough one.
It's a tough one, but come on, dude. I gotta go pull harder,
Yeah,
baby.
It's not that tough for me, but I haven't seen it 50 times live, so.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
pull harder
Yeah.
too. I do like Forwards to Choke Upon, but even though I've heard pull harder a million times, I still am just
The
like, that's
song
a
itself
fucking-
is fucking
It goes
awesome.
hard, dude.
And I think this is also something that we love is riffs that stick with you. And that opening riff is something you can hum and that you're just like, that's a fucking love that riff. Whereas like Four Words is more about like the attack of everything going on.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
I think Trivium on this one's more riff centered. Like,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
memorable
dude.
part. for
yeah,
sure.
you feel it, right? So, dang, Trivium.
There you go.
Getting another one. Getting another one. Whole
Another
team.
one.
All right, let's go on to track number 4, Drowned and Torn Asunder versus the hit.
Oh,
mean,
The
the
hit
big
that was
boy.
such a hit. It had
The
a
big boy.
sequel, dude.
Dude,
Tears Don't Fall.
dude. Wow.
Okay.
A classic.
Drowned and Torn Asunder is the one where I completely agree with you. What is Matt saying in the
Yeah.
chorus? I have no idea.
He's just belching stuff,
Even
man.
with the lyrics in front of me, dude, I still can't understand what
You
he's
know,
saying.
it's like,
Yeah.
what? But the song is so fucking
It's just
It's
good.
one
he's
of the
screaming
better
really
ones,
fast.
yeah.
That's why he's just trying to belch it out, dude, with the speed.
Is it?
Exactly.
It's not that fast.
It's pretty fucking
think it's
fast.
one of
of
the
a
Okay, but
most
song.
fast
Slayer
songs.
is fucking fast as shit. I
Oh,
know
yeah,
everything
yeah.
Tom Araya is saying.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. That's not
Well, you said it yourself. Tom's actually really good with the when you were
yeah,
trying to sing.
I agree. Yes.
That's
but I'm
talent. I really think Matt
It
was
has
just
nothing to do with his talent levels. It's got everything to do with maybe practice or like at this point of his career. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
very, dude, we're also critiquing, he was like 17, 18.
Yeah, they're
Come
19.
on,
I should
fuck.
Very
It
young.
was
19
more
years
me
old.
Getting more into practice and like understanding that the enunciation's a massive part of delivering the song.
For
and there's
sure.
other songs where he does it well, like Dying in Your Arms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very well
100%.
enunciated. But this one specifically, I have never known what he has said. I've never looked it up. I just kind of hum and do my thing. But I'm obviously I can hear the Drowned and Torn Asunder line.
Yeah.
That's like the only line I pick up. But
Yeah.
the song itself, though, the music is fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's very
dude.
relentless,
I still
yes.
love it to this day. You
Yeah.
know?
I think it's one of the better tracks on the album, but that's just me.
I agree.
I would give
Yeah,
it like
me
top
too.
3. So,
And it's
yeah.
one of the ones I'm most excited for because I don't think I've ever heard Drowned and Torn Asunder live. So I
that's right.
had to fact check that. JJ,
Yeah. Oh yeah, with
bring
the
that up,
fact
but
check.
I think I'm right. He's always, going against me, but I think I'm right. here.
Wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I don't think I've ever seen it live, so that'll be a pleasure to see. Like, oh, dude, this is a fucking little journey, you know. But yeah, Tears Don't Fall, guys. After all these years,
man.
what are the feelings?
Oh
the
man,
angsty
dude,
teenage
it's
anthem,
a
dude.
teenage song,
It
bro.
really is,
It's a
It-
teenage anthem.
It really did not age well with me, bro.
You don't think so?
No, personally.
Wow.
I mean, it's a well-written song, but it's just not for me, man. It's just not for me.
It's real angsty, dude. I mean, you just got to get into that mindset when you listen to it. you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like I said, when the breakdown hits, back in the day, I used to think this was the hardest shit in the world. I was like, fuck yeah,
Gateway
dude.
bands, right?
I'm going to open up the pit, and like you hear it now, after all this fucking metal I've listened to, like, fuck,
I don't
dude,
know, I
that's-
bet you
that was a
jumping
little
in.
weak. That was a little weak, my boy.
I bet you anything, the tour, if you're going, you're jumping in when you hear that thing, is all I'm saying.
Oh, he's going to be
Yeah,
crying.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
dude, I'll be
You're like-
crying,
He
dude.
says
He's
it
saying
now.
all this, and we're going to be
Yeah.
and your tears
Yeah.
don't fall.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, so there's a whole much weight right now, is all I'm saying.
No, and that's a great point.
Yeah.
I think what JJ's saying is completely right, though. Like, it's a well-written song, just not for me at 30.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
So you can't relate to it anymore?
well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, if I
Yeah.
put myself, I'm more so in the mindset of like a live perspective because you're exactly right. live we're gonna have a great time.
You're going
singing
wild
this,
with that.
Yes.
laughing at like the old memories and fucking tears. Stuff.
Yes,
Like,
dude.
I'll never forget hearing that song with my brothers for the first time, and I'll never ever forget the sequel. Like this, I remember Alex and I were the sequel. We were dying because
You're
they
just guessing.
no. Okay, so here's what happened.
Okay.
My oldest brother's more so into Bullet for My Valentine than I was. And they announced like, oh, which song should we do sequel for? I think it was on Twitter. They did a poll, and then
I
obviously everyone was
remember.
like, "Tears Don't Fall" or whatever. So we're doing "Tears Don't Fall" Part 2, and my brother legit before we ever heard the song was like, dude, what if he's just like, here we go?
Dang.
And when we first heard it, we cried laughing. We were like,
That is
this
great.
is genius. Like, I love that they did that.
I
Like,
don't know. It's got charm. I actually.
does have charm.
Yeah.
I'm a
It's
heathen.
okay,
I
like-
love the second one more than the first one. Like, I'm a heathen.
What?
I do.
Wow.
I do. I
you
like
gotta be the only one.
You know, I haven't heard
I
it in a long
probably
time,
am,
so I
yeah.
can't say anything. I haven't heard it in a long
I haven't heard
time,
time.
dude.
Was it? And as I said before,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's cheesy. It's angsty, man. But that adds
It's
to the
so
charm. That's
yeah.
just me, though.
That's
and
amazing.
you're right. There is a certain charm to
Yeah.
that, especially like this nostalgia. Like it's so angsty that it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I understand what you're saying.
You got to give it a pass, in my opinion, dude. Like,
I think so too, dude. And yeah, all that being said, dude, I love Drowned and Torn Asunder, but I think I got to go with Tears for a Fall being
Really?
like, it's
Yeah.
the more memorable song.
yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
And it's
Not-
the one that's gonna stick with you. Like one's harder. Like if I'm in the metal mode. And,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm in.
It's just a classic war song, dude. And it's relentless
Yeah,
and it's
But if
fast
I'm
paced. Yeah.
live mode, and I'm just having my beers, my boys are around, and we're just fucking having fun. Like
You're going hard on
not
that
getting
one.
so serious about it. We're gonna have a great time. With
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna bring back a lot of positive memories. But I do think Drowned and Torn Asunder is great. I just think you cannot. If there's no Tears Don't Fall, there is no Bullet being on the platform that they
It went
got
up
to.
against
Yeah.
the Beast, Drowned and Torn Asunder. Like, it just went up
Yeah.
against the teenage anthem. Yeah, that's what it is.
And
Yeah.
they're both like great for what they're trying to accomplish. Like I said, "Drowned and Torn Asunder" is a fantastic metal song. I think if the chorus was a little bit stronger,
Yeah.
we could be making a different argument. But at this age, I'm like, dude, I need something that's memorable. Give me something that's memorable I can remember and sing along to and
Exactly.
have a good time. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Tears.
Wow, I am super
Yeah.
surprised you're going that route. You're going with Tears
I'm
also?
going with Tears too. I mean,
Nah, I
it's
gotta
classic,
go Drown,
dude.
dude. It's like I said, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It does nothing for me
Yeah,
anymore.
I
But
understand.
like you're probably right.
Yeah.
Live is gonna probably kick ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, when we talk about gateways, dude, if I'm trying
That's
to
the
convince
That's it.
whole
someone,
gateway.
That's the one.
if I have a nephew or maybe my nieces, they get to like 13, 14, and they're like, "Oh man, I heard this chick Avril Lavigne, she's pretty hard," or something like that, or
No,
whatever.
you haven't heard. Listen,
And I'm like, have you
yeah.
heard? And you know, they're going through that phase. Like, I heard Linkin Park. I'm like, yeah, but have you heard the Tears Don't Fall?
Yeah.
Bro,
You feel like such a badass
That's
with
a
that one,
perfect
yeah.
13-year-old.
That's gonna
like,
feel heavy for them.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
exactly,
saying, yeah.
exactly. And then it's like the gateway, because then the balls drop, and
Yeah,
you go,
exactly.
okay, but have you
The
heard,
balls
have you heard
drop.
Suffocation? You know, like, slowly we get them there.
Yeah.
Literally the next song, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, one right after the other.
You throw 'em right in.
Oh man.
All right, so Tears Don't Fall gets the point. So let's move on to track number 5. Ascendancy versus Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow.
I think this was tough. I really
This
do.
one is too,
Really?
dude.
Yeah.
Ascendancy, once again, like, hard to understand, Matt, but I really fucking like the song, dude.
I do too.
Ascendancy, the only thing this
is-
will prove.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't even know.
proof,
It's
right?
proof.
Yeah.
It's proof.
Okay, I was like,
yeah.
thank God I understood what he's saying there. But I really like Ascendancy. I've always loved the title track of Ascendancy. It's a solid song. My question to y'all is, even before we get into Suffocating, is it better than Drowned and Torn? Which one of those are better, Drowned and Torn Asunder or Ascendancy?
I like Drown personally.
Yeah, I see. I'm not a big Ascendancy fan. I'm not a big fan of
Wow.
the song. I think it's pretty cookie cutter Trivium. They didn't do anything
Wow,
too interesting on it.
really?
Yeah, it's a real
Oh.
safe song for Trivium, I think. I didn't think they get real creative with it, but that's just me. A lot of
Okay.
octaves, you know, it's the same kind of stuff throughout the rest of the record.
And I am a Trivium fanboy,
Yeah.
so like that's probably that why I don't
That's
care. Like,
new
I
for
like
me,
it,
yeah.
But I do agree. I think Drowned is a
Drowned,
better
yeah.
song.
Yeah,
Like,
me
I'm
too,
more
yeah.
excited for Drowned than for Ascendancy.
Yes.
But Suffocating is great.
It
Once
is.
again,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the chorus is,
Yeah.
dude, their chorus.
I want to play my riff.
Oh,
143.
Finally,
So-
we get a riff.
Three.
Well, we could do 140 just to
Where
give a few.
on Suffocating?
Yeah, something. I think it's my favorite Bullet song on this album personally.
It's a really good
Yes, dude.
143.
Yeah.
Sorry, my boys.
Dude, that is so catchy,
It's
bro.
great. Yeah,
It's just so metally driven. It's fucking fantastic.
a classic. A classic.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's catchy, bro.
I
That's
think,
like I love In Flames too. Like that.
yeah,
was,
it's
you know
very
what I
In
mean?
Flames.
Like,
riff.
It
but,
really is,
yeah.
dude.
It's like just because like it's Iron Maiden and then
Emo in flames.
Yeah.
Well, In Flames went emo themselves.
Yeah, they did. They really
kind
did.
of call it that. But
Yeah.
I think it's funny because like the progression is that all comes from like Iron Maiden, that dual guitar
For sure.
harmony thing,
And it
even,
works no matter what.
Even
It gets
before
you
that,
hyped.
like Thin Lizzy and stuff, but In Flames the one to bring it to more like extreme metal, I'd say, with
Yeah.
the mellow death stuff. But every time I hear that part, I'm just like, I love In Flames too. Play more of that, dude. Fuck
Dude,
them.
I could listen to that all day.
I could too. I love
when they
mellow
do
death.
melodies,
I am
yeah.
a sucker for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they work it into a lot of thrash songs, but that one is Suffocating's great, dude. It really is. I was
really
kind of
is.
surprised
Yeah.
with how much I like that song.
It still holds up to you?
Yeah, it really did. Like once again, I'm not like a person who listens to Bullet at all, basically. Like I haven't listened until we brought up this debate. But going back, I was like, dude, that's a solid fucking song. Like I can see why I liked it. It's just for me, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it's just the prissy
Yeah.
prissy voice isn't for me at 30. But I know I'm gonna enjoy it live. But that being said, the music, just the riffs, the guitar, all of that I love. In the screams,
Yeah.
you know.
I think one thing Bullet's really good at, and I think this track is a good example of it, is they make solos that are easy to sing to. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Trivium,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of
Melodic.
notes. It's real interesting.
Yeah.
It's like its own
But
chorus.
yeah, it's like its own
Yeah.
chorus. Bullet has a lot of singable solos, which I think is important in like really good songs. You know what
I
I mean?
agree, dude. And the
Yeah.
one thing that I've explained on this podcast is a reason that I love melodic death metal is because with all the chaos during the riffs and the double bass and that, when you get to the solo section and you have a melodic solo that you can sing to, it opens. It's a breath of fresh
Oh,
air.
yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, dude. And you kind of take a step back instead of more relentlessness.
For sure.
You know, some
Yeah.
people like that, which is
Yeah.
fine. But I do agree. Like Trivium doesn't. They do it in a couple songs. Like we'll
Yeah.
get there, like
Yeah,
Gunshot
yeah.
and stuff like that. But you're right. They do play a lot, which I like that too. I
Yeah,
love
it's
seeing
good.
some
Yeah, there's
shredders.
nothing
but,
wrong with it.
Everything to suit the song, and I
Yeah.
think in this song specifically, it's just the
Yeah.
perfect
For
little
sure.
like melodic
I
solo.
agree.
Right?
There's retention there, and I can go back to the song and be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
And
you
then
can still
go-
sing along with it.
And
you
you
know
can
what I
like you said
Yeah.
about Melodeath, and like with this song, you can pick apart the instruments, and you feel good about them. Like they just sound good to you.
It's satisfying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So are we gonna make the picks? Sounds like we're all leaning one way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta be
Suffocating.
Suffocating.
I'm surprised.
dude.
No, I really
Wow.
do like
Really?
Ascendancy though. I do like it.
Did I go up?
No.
Oh,
There we go. There you
This
go.
Mo, dude, it's always
We
messing
gotta
with me.
get
new one.
batteries, my boy.
I already did. These are the new batteries. All right, let's go into track number 6. I thought this was also really close too. A gunshot to the head of Trepidation versus Hit the Floor.
Really?
Look, I'm
surprised.
gonna go in because I know you're surprised because I love Gunshot. I mean, Gunshot is just hearing it in my head. I'm like,
Let
are
me
they
hear you
that
out. Let
close?
me hear
already
you
into
out.
But dude, Gunshot is. Could it be the best song in the album? What do y'all think?
I think so. It's my personal favorite, dude. I fucking love
I think
this
it's
song, dude.
objectively the best song of the album. I don't think
Really?
it's my favorite, but I think it's objectively the best song of the album.
Because
Yeah.
they mix in like it's trivia. It's a very. This one's very unique in the sense, like we talked about, it's a perfect mix of that thrash and metal.
Yeah,
core.
dude,
That's
just
exactly
the
why,
intro
yeah.
alone, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
fuck,
Exactly.
like get up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Everyone's gonna be bouncing, man.
You know
I
it.
used so I in my high school friend group, I was like the only metalhead, and the way I would try to convert people was because they would think it's like this niche thing that like no one really listens to. Because I was kind of the odd man out. Like there really was no metalheads in my high
I get
school.
you. I was the same.
You
So
know,
I feel that.
and I was like, no, dude, like people, like when people lose it to this, it's way different than other shows. Like people at metal shows go fucking wild.
They go crazy.
Right?
Oh, really?
And so I remember the video of them playing this at Download in like
Oh.
2005 or 6.
Yeah.
And they played Gunshot and the whole crowd.
Dude,
And you're
that
just
shit's
like,
fire,
what
yeah.
the fuck, dude? And Matt Heafy just. Because at that point his voice was more inconsistent than it is now.
Yes.
But like when he was on, he was fucking on. And that performance, he shuts it down. Dude.
Yeah, they
Even
put
though
some
they had
work.
like an emo look going on. At that
Yeah,
point they
yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Even
the
though
They
eyeliner,
really
dude.
did,
they
dude.
did. They had the swooped hair.
And he had the
The
black
eyeliners.
vest.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love how people give them shit for that, but yet all the metal goats,
Everybody did
a
it.
lot of them did it. Slayer
Yeah.
used to wear makeup.
Yeah.
They had to go
Avenged
on.
Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold.
It
There's
was
a
a
lot of
requirement back
bands,
then.
dude.
What was the other one I was thinking of? There's a lot that did it. Is
Yes.
my point. But Pantera, come on, just in a different way with the glam
Bro,
stuff.
they had the I would say the glam stuff.
So like everyone had their stage of like, what's our look, and they found it later on. But either way, I would show them that, and I converted a couple people just by that video. I'm like,
That's just
you
too
have to
good.
go to a show, just look at the energy. So I've always had a special place with Gunshot. I think the title's always been ridiculous, but I always like
dude.
it. Perfect for angsty.
Yeah,
but
it's
like then it's just like it's a
incarnate.
lot. You know, the lyrics are a
The
lot.
only thing I would say that I dislike, of course, is the chant, dude, in the middle of
Really?
the song. Dude, it's just not my favorite part.
We have always been like anti-chanters.
Really? I
Yeah.
chants? Yeah, I like the chants.
And there's one in Bullet, like,
live,
oh my
yeah.
God, why,
Does it
dude?
need to be on the record?
Yeah,
think is
I
our
guess
point.
it's
Like,
different, yeah,
Live, I get it.
You ain't
And
gonna
if
be
you're
chanting in
saying-
your room on your own, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've shifted a little bit. If it's just I have a problem. But like if it's Metallica with Die or Black Dahlia Murder with 6 on
Yeah, yeah.
Departure, like if it's a word that suits the song maybe, but just A's I don't love.
Yeah, just
But
a
I will-
generic chant.
Yeah. But on this one, when they break down, you get Paulo's bass. Like that part is so fucking
yeah.
dirty, dude. But I
Yeah.
really think I agree. I would have taken that out of the studio version. You know, and
Yes,
kept
I
it for
agree.
the live.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Or just make the word for something like. You could have used Die. I know it'd be very.
Yeah.
That would
it's
make
already
sense.
Metallica
Yeah.
enough. But,
Trepidation. No,
Yeah, no.
yeah, trip.
Oh my God.
No, but yeah. All in all, like the amalgamation of all the influence and really becoming their own. I think Gunshot is just a great like encapsulation of what Trivium.
If you had
is.
to
Like,
hear one Trivium song, that might be it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have one that I like better on this album, but I think
Yeah.
this is the one to like if you're gonna show someone, especially someone who's like an old head and that I like Metallica, I'm like, just listen to this, dude. Like try to get past the screaming, put this shit on. You know,
Yes.
like
Instrumentation is phenomenal in that one. Yeah, you know what I mean?
exactly. But dude, Hit the Floor
It's
is
a really
so
good song.
catchy. Dude.
It is very catchy.
This
It's
chorus has been haunting me since we did this. Fucking, I put it on the first time and I listened to it and go, that is like the catchiest chorus ever. Why do you take it all? Why do I beg for more?
Yes, dude.
And then of course they do the key change at the end.
Yes,
I know,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
It gets you even more in that. And I'm like, fuck,
Oh, no,
man,
dude.
this is like the catchiest
And then after the
chorus.
second chorus, he's doing that galloping drumming part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
pretty cool, dude.
It's
Yeah.
a fucking such a well-written song.
And the end is very heavy. The transition to the end, dude,
I
that's
agree.
fucking
For
heavy,
sure,
dude.
I
man.
agree, dude.
Yes.
Should we put on Gunshot, dude? Should I just put on the intro or some part?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, just do it,
give
dude.
Trivium some love on here.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm just gonna put on the intro.
Yes, that's all you
Go for
need.
it. Yeah, I mean, that's the best part.
That is so fucking
You
good.
got
dude.
the octave?
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
though I've
yeah.
seen it a million
And the
times.
slides to bring it in always get me.
It's probably you go wild. Yeah.
Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it, dude. That's so good.
You cannot not love that. Like as a metalhead, how can you not like that?
That
It's
is too
perfect,
good,
dude.
It
yeah.
just goes
And
so
then-
hard. To go back to the In Flames influence there.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Yep. All the influences work together on this song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Close your
dude.
eyes, it could be an In Flames song. You know, a Mellow Death song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you hear it all with that song, dude. So.
Yes.
I gotta go Gunshot, dude. I gotta go Gunshot.
I have to go Gunshot too, man.
I wanted to try to. This is one where I was like, maybe I was going. through
You're trying to
practicing.
do the pity
Yeah, I was
part.
about to do
Wow.
the pity thing, but I was like, nah,
Nah.
man. I
Gunshot.
love Hit the Floor now. I probably will listen to it more than I ever have
Yeah.
before. Because for me, it might have come out as like my favorite song on the Bullet side too. Like,
Really?
I just think it's so
Wow.
catchy. Like, how can you not sing along to it?
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have a great time with that one live too, dude.
Especially with that key change, I think,
Yes.
yeah, that key
It-
change is going to hit hard live.
It's
like
gonna
that, yeah.
fucking hit hard. So
So-
I love both. What are y'all going with?
I got to go with Gunshot.
Yeah,
Like, the
same,
key change
dude.
is a
Come on.
really good thing to me, but the Gunshot as a whole, it's the
Yeah.
quintessential Trivium song, in my opinion. So,
I agree. I agree with that.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Oh,
It's not even
Gunshot!
close. Yeah, come on, dude.
yeah. All right, dude. Let's take a break. Let's take a halftime. Let's talk about the album cover. It's got no bearing on the debate. We already talked about it, dude, a little bit because
Yes.
and we don't usually do that. But yeah, Ascendancy all the way, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. What is it supposed to be?
I don't
It's
know,
like an
some kind
angel,
of
like
demon?
Yeah,
Oh,
a demon,
yeah,
a fallen.
maybe he's
Yeah.
got the
That's-
wings and stuff, right?
Yeah, it feels like a fallen angel, like a Lucifer.
Okay, that's
thing.
what I thought. Yeah, but I just
Yeah.
didn't know what it really was.
And then Bullet. Okay, dude, this is a question for both y'all.
All right.
Would Bullet get a better rap or maybe more forgiven in the metal community if their name wasn't Bullet for My Valentine?
Probably.
I think, especially as their career goes on, I think so.
Yeah.
I
It
think
sounds
like-
really
yeah.
cheesy, you know, like
Yeah.
the name
Just-
itself.
It was
yeah.
a bad name, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Better
I love
than-
their music, but that name doesn't fit for me. Like it's Bullet for My Valentine should be like I don't know, like in more emo bands.
I
you
would
know
say
what
I
mean?
think it's really a good band name for this one record. For the rest of the records,
Yeah,
they're
that could
less
be true.
edgy,
That's
you
true.
know
That
what
could
I
be
mean?
true. I could hear that
Maybe this
out,
could have been
yeah.
the album.
Because
the
the
record
words, you
title,
know,
yeah.
bullet, that feels heavy. And,
Yeah.
you know,
What if their
yeah.
name was just Bullet? Is
I
there a
think that-
Bullet
yeah.
band?
That
Maybe.
would have been
cool.
fine,
Yeah,
because
that
it's
was cool.
Bullet. Like it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I can get down.
Bullet.
Bullet,
I could chant that.
Bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, Woody, there's no chanting for Bullet. What do you say? BFMV.
Yeah, that's too
that's a
hard to
good
do,
point.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, like
I guess you
I'd
do
imagine
bullet,
bullet,
yeah.
yeah,
I think it
bullet,
is.
bullet.
I swear, and someone's got to fact check me on this. I thought that they had said in an interview that wasn't the original name of the band.
No, it was
Oh,
like
yeah,
Jack Kills
fuck.
Jeff. I think it was
Yes.
the original name
What
of
is
it.
that, dude?
That was
Come
even
on.
worse.
was
So
even
they
worse.
did a better choice.
It was
Come
even
on.
worse. Yeah.
They should have. If they don't have a band name, you just do the strategy. If you open the Bible, you get the devil horns, you go like this. Pick two random things.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
you'll find it. But Bullet, I think
They're
that's
not good with
always-
names, bro.
No, and I've always thought that was like Trivium fits Trivium. Like
Yeah.
it's thrash. It's a lot of different genres put together, and it fits what they're doing. You know, school of thought. I'm not even really sure what the word means. I think it's like
Isn't it like Greek or something like that? Or am I going crazy?
could be. It's got to
Yeah.
do something with threes. Either way, it's a cool little name. But Bullet for My Valentine, it places them somewhere that they're not.
Yeah.
And that drives me nuts
Yeah.
about them. Or at least it might be a misconception on my part, but try to sell that to someone who likes fucking Megadeth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Easy
you like
sell.
Megadeth? Maybe you like Bullet for My Valentine. No,
No.
fuck that. I hate Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? But like, they're kind of in the same, you know what I mean? Dave does some interesting, prissy
He does,
stuff on
dude.
some of his songs. I would, maybe not like this, but either way, they're thrash. They're somewhere in the same vein. But that's all. I think they might have done better with the you know the fucking gatekeepers of the metal if they
Yeah.
didn't have this name. You know,
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, but I've always had that.
No, I think you're
feeling.
right. It kind of puts them in like the My Chemical Romance kind of
There we
feel.
go.
You know what I
There
mean?
we
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't think of a band like My
Yeah,
Chemical,
My Chemical
Romance.
Romance.
You would think My Chemical Romance and Bullet for My Valentine would
Same
have the
thing.
same
What a
type of
tour.
music.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're completely different. They are.
Yeah.
They
completely
are different,
They're
yes,
not the
yeah.
same at all. You know, Trivium and Bullet but their names are so like. You know?
Yes.
And then the
I
Poison,
agree.
the album cover, man, what?
I actually love it. Like
Really?
I would put it on my wall. You know, call me
Yeah.
an edgy teenager. You know what I mean? But I love it.
I guess it does. Suit.
I used to
think
have
it
that
does suit
shirt,
the
to be
music.
honest.
I
Yeah.
can't understand what you're saying there.
Yeah. I think the Trivium one is really cool. It fits the whole metal aesthetic and what they're doing. But the Bullet one, like I remember
More
that one.
iconic?
Yeah,
Have
more
you seen the
iconic, more
alternate
iconic.
cover?
For
it's the
the
one with the
Ascendancy
hand
one?
in blood. Hand of blood.
That one's a little
Yeah.
edgier. I have seen
Yeah,
that
that's
one
what I'm
with the two
saying. That
guys
one's a
with the guns or
little.
whatever.
That one's a little better. in
Yeah,
my
that one's a little
opinion,
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know I think one of the releases, Hand of Blood was on the record for this one.
Yeah, and the European.
I think on the Digipack, and I didn't really understand why Bullet took it off. Because
Dude,
I
that
know
song's
Hand of
awesome.
Blood was
Yeah,
an
it's one of the
EP.
better ones.
Yeah, it's like that song is great. I would have
know.
replaced maybe 3 songs.
Easily,
Maybe-
like more than that.
There's
dude.
like 4 or 5 songs that are worse than Hand of Blood, so I
Yeah.
never understood that. But
Perfect PS2 era song, like on Tony Hawk or something like that. I'm pretty sure that song is on one of those old
Yeah,
games.
it's on a
I
bunch
think
of
you
like.
are right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good
Video
song.
games, yeah.
all right, guys, let's move on to what is that? That was track number 6. Let's move on to track number 7. I think this is the worst blowout of
I
the
know,
entire
dude. This
thing.
is
Like
easy.
Lights of Flies versus all these things I hate revolve around you.
Unfortunately, I hate this song.
Really?
I don't like all these things, man. It's just not my
It's
not
the
my cup of tea,
edgiest
bro.
song on the
Yes.
record.
It is
for sure.
very
Yeah,
edgy.
dude,
It's
yeah.
edgy to the point where I actually enjoy it. Like,
You
I think it's
enjoyed it?
hilarious.
I did
But
not enjoy it,
understand
dude.
why you would really
Yes.
dislike it, but it is so entertaining. You know,
Dude,
like,
it's the complete opposite of this next one, like Lies,
Yeah.
dude.
dude, like Lights of Flies is
Yes.
so fucking.
It's
great,
amazing.
bro.
It's my
Like,
second favorite off the album, personally.
Second favorite?
Personally, yeah, I
Wow.
love it, dude.
Now, are you sick of it live? Because this one they do play like every single time. I feel like.
No, I don't. I don't really get tired of this
Really?
one.
Yeah, every time it comes on, you're
yeah,
like, I
dude.
do it.
It's
You know?
fast paced. It's
It
to
did
the
a lot
point.
of energy
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
Let me ask you this: out of all the times you've seen them, if you had to chop a song off the set, would you rather chop off "Like Lights of Flies" or what's the one they always
Down
play?
from the sky.
No, not "Down from the Sky."
Ooh.
The other one.
They always play that one though.
They do, but they always play the other one too.
From Ascendancy?
No, from Shogun.
Oh, from
Stick 'em
No.
Jesus Christ, what's it called? I know what you're talking about.
torn between Scylla and
Yeah,
Griffith?
no, they used to
No,
play that
no,
one.
no.
They used to play that one.
God, and we used to love it, but I got over it, and now they play it all the time.
Like, what else is on that record? I'm trying to think of it on
Fucking
the spot.
Thrones of Perdition.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one's
dude,
good.
easy.
Yeah.
Easily. I'd take Light Lies.
You would take it out of the
No,
set?
I would take Throws out.
You would take Thrones of
Yeah.
Perdition out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I think I would actually, I might be on the same, and I kind of was going that direction. I would also take Throws. I used to love that song, and like I was dying to hear it because I think the first time we saw them, they didn't play it, but
Yes.
then every subsequent time they
Yeah,
had
they
played
had
it,
played it
and I'm
every
like
time.
done. But also Down from the Sky, I agree. Like
Yes, dude.
I'm over Down from the Sky live. I've just every time.
Yeah, I get it.
Every
I
time,
got
it's
that
just
bias,
like-
but I get it.
There's songs on there like I have seen Trivium so many fucking times, and I think I've seen Into the Mouth of Hell one fucking time.
Jesus.
And I
Yes,
think that
dude.
song is better than both of those.
It's
Yes,
good
I
song.
do
And I
too.
One of the
think
better-
I've seen Kierstead 3 or 4, so not very many. You
They
know?
got to pull out the 7-string for that one, right?
Yeah, but
Fuck,
they
what-
bring it out any way because a lot of
Because
the
a lot of
songs-
the newer ones, they are.
What was that God of
War?
War song? That was a single, and then
Fuck,
that
dude,
song's amazing.
Shattering Skies
Yes,
Above.
dude, that song's
Shattering
amazing.
The Skies Above.
We finally got to see that one once.
Really?
We only saw that one once, too.
I wasn't
dude.
at that show,
Oh,
dude.
you weren't at that
Oof.
one, dude. Dude, that was a banger, bro.
Is
It
it
was
really?
so good. But you know, it's surprisingly.
And you saw
it-
Skyline Severance.
Yeah, I saw that one
Fuck
too.
off, man.
I saw those both, but those didn't get pops, and it's so annoying. That's why they don't play those type of songs live, and
The
it
crowd just don't go for
it.
it, huh?
Pisses me off, but I get it. Like they want to see the hits.
Because
Yeah.
Trivium's right in between. Like they have fans of the extreme songs, but also fans that just want to be there and sing it and have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of hard. So and also when I looked at the set that you're talking about, I made the same argument to you when you had said this originally with my brother because you guys were like, "No one did anything of those songs." Yeah, because they played fucking 4 bangers in a row, dude.
Yeah.
The crowd is beat, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking
They're
about
done.
30-year-olds.
They're
Like they're done. Like and on the third, it was like a Thursday night. I don't understand why these guys are fucking losing their mind. They don't know the song and they just got beat over the head like with
Yeah.
5 other ones.
You can't play
Yeah.
all your bangers in a row, you know what I mean? You got to spread them out a little bit.
Banger
Oh,
City
yeah.
all day, dude.
100%. So we're all going like light, or do
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you going all the
No,
things
I
hate?
really like all these things. I like the acoustic intro, but I do like Light to Fly is better. You know, I think it's just
Yeah.
an overall tighter song, a lot more atmosphere.
Love the guitar work. I
The
mean,
guitar
once again,
work is
singing
phenomenal.
guitar riffs that you can go fast, and they're like, fuck. what-
Plus, all these things is kind of repetitive. I did notice that they use the same riff for like, I put 2 minutes and 20 seconds until they change it up. Like, I
Yeah.
know,
Who's that?
all
Bullet,
these things I hate.
yeah.
I don't know who's played it,
Oh.
but Bullet, it's the same verse, chorus. Like, they don't change it up really.
It's very
throughout the whole thing.
continuous.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the riffs stick out a little bit more on the Trivium side, and I think
Yeah.
that's one reason that Trivium stuck with me more. Is I was, I'm a really riff-driven person.
For
because
sure,
of
me too.
Metallica, and Megadeth, and all these bands, and I think. Bullet, once again, I think it's more so for like singing along with the chorus than like,
Yeah.
let me give you a really iconic guitar riff. You know what I mean?
This
Not
is-
to say that they couldn't write them, and they have great riffs, but they're not like, they don't stick with you like the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trivium
like
ones.
this song would be great live, but as a studio record, I think it's a little boring when you're just sitting there on your own, you know, with your headphones or whatever you're
I
listening
agree
to.
with
You know what
that.
I mean? So
I agree with that.
It's got to be like Light to Flies. That one's great. So
Oh,
True.
are we on track number 7? I can't even count, dude.
8.
Track
Number
number 8, my
8.
boys. Dying in Your Arms versus Room 409.
Room
This one is also
409.
extremely easy to me.
Yeah, really.
Easy.
I've never liked, you know this, I've never liked Dying in Your Arms.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I
I guess
just,
that
it's
makes sense.
not my song. Although, every time I see it, I have a great time because of my oldest brother. You know,
Yeah.
we're singing to have a good time. So the same argument you can make with Tears Don't Fall, probably
Yeah.
can have the same exact argument.
Exactly.
argument
You
for
you
Dying
put it in
Your
my
Arms.
head that it was such a terrible song, but I heard it the other day. Finally, well, obviously doing these reviews. I was like, this is not as bad as I thought, dude. I actually enjoy it.
I didn't say it was terrible. I said it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's a well-written song, just like Tears Don't Fall. It's a well-written song. It's just at 30, I just doesn't
You're over
resonate
it.
with
Nah,
me.
dude,
you know?
it resonates with me, dude.
Oh yeah,
I still feel it.
I'm everything. It's a lot, but like the way that the riffs, like the build up, instrument speaking, the build up for where the verse goes, like you start with I'm where, and then it kind of like picks. The pacing's very great. Is what I'm trying to get. at.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, when
Yeah.
you start picking up, and then you, I did it,
Yes.
telling me. And once again, like we talked about earlier, the enunciation's the best on this song.
Yeah, for sure. He
You
goes,
can clearly hear what he's saying. I think.
know
Yeah,
what's
he's
going
singing.
on.
He actually sings pretty well in this
see
one.
me dying. But
Yeah.
the screaming before the solo, I think could have been cut. Like I've never liked that. But you poison my life.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird
Take
spot
this
for
knife.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so used because that song I usually listen to live. I don't know, because I do play guitar. I can cover that song, but I usually use live versions for that. So it's
Got
been
it.
a while since I heard the studio version. And at least in the live versions I saw, they don't do that screaming part live. So when I heard it, I was like, this is kind of weird. You know what I mean?
No,
I
that's
never
true.
even noticed that.
There's times where they have it, and they took the screams
It's
away.
better without it, for
And
sure.
we've seen it a couple times. And there's also times where Matt was just like not screaming on tour. But
Oh,
yes,
Corey
I
was
like
doing it all, yeah.
When he sings that part, I actually like it more. Where he because you have this big chorus, and then he goes like, "You poison my life." You know what? He doesn't sing like that. He sings it better. But he sings it low,
you get
and
the
it's
point
kind of like the
across.
same thing. And then I kind of like that better. I don't know why, but
I
the
get it.
scream I've never loved there.
It's a little out of place. It kind of, I don't want to say it ruins the mood, but
No,
it
but it
kinda
throws
messes
it off
with
a little
Yeah,
bit,
it throws
yeah.
it off a little
The
bit.
solo's great though. I
Yeah.
have always loved the solo.
I think it's actually one of the shorter ones on the record. It's
Yeah.
real quick, real straight to the
Tasteful.
point.
Yes.
Very tasteful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like the solo on that song.
And
Little-
the key
little
change,
appetizer.
right? On
The key
is
change,
the
yeah.
last
Gotta put the
fucking
key change, yep.
chorus. Let's see. Okay, now here's a better question. Before we get into room 409, which big hit do y'all prefer? Dying in Your Arms or Tears Don't Fall? Which one of
That's
those
tough.
would you take?
Now that's a matchup.
I gotta
right
go
there.
Tears Don't Fall. I mean, like I said, it's the quintessential teenage edgy anthem. Like you can't get. I mean, other than going for like My Chemical Romance, it's gotta be Tears Don't Fall. You know what I mean?
That's so tough. But I'd probably take Dying, dude.
Dying's good.
Yeah, I probably
I like
would.
Dying a lot.
I think
Yeah.
just for the exact reason
Yeah.
you laid out, Sean,
You
with
take
the
Tears.
cheesiness, Tears Don't Fall.
Yeah.
I sing it more I hear it more in my head because it's so catchy, but it just makes me laugh, dude. And like I said, I think I'll have more fun to it live than I would Suffocating Sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
yeah.
once again, I've also seen Trivium so many times, seen Bullet again, and hearing that it's going to be great. Like it's
Exactly.
like, oh, back to 14, man. Here we are.
Yes, dude.
That's good
Yeah.
stuff. All right, but room 409. Room 409. What do y'all?
I think
that's
it's
a
solid.
fucking Good song.
It's a
think.
solid song. I don't
Yeah.
like the lyrics, the
I-
singing part. Like, come on, man.
Love this song
Yeah.
because it's so edgy, dude. Like
It's
it is one of
very
the
fucking
stupidest
edgy,
songs on the
dude.
record.
Yeah.
But I think that's really a lot of the charm for it. I mean,
Yeah, and the instruments wise, I think it's it's well written. It's good. I like.
I like the breakdown at the end.
the breakdown's
yeah.
really
breakdown's
nice.
solid,
Yeah, it's gonna be
yes.
fun.
Yeah.
I think this one's got a lot of atmosphere. You know, for some reason, I imagine this one could have been a music video. Just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
edgy. It's got
I
the
will say
atmosphere.
though,
Dude,
usually
I
I don't like whispers, but this one when they
Yeah.
whisper in this song, actually it makes sense, dude. It works with it.
For
so
sure, yeah.
it's
Does
not-
Tears Don't Fall have a music video?
It does.
Yes,
it's like
it
a
does.
chick
It's
pouring
like the
gasoline.
rain falling down.
Yeah.
It's literally rain
I don't
falling
think
down.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. I don't think I've seen it.
You can see it on 480p on YouTube. You know.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go,
so
dude. That's
ready. I
right.
love those videos. Those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
exactly.
Those are my fucking favorite.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go room 409. I've always been kind of a hater on Dying in Your Arms.
Wow, I'm going with Dying.
I love
Yeah.
Room 409. It's probably my favorite on the Bullet record, I think. But I got to go Dying in Your Arms.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm surprised, dude.
It's simple. It's really easy to listen to. You know what I mean? I haven't heard it a million times, so I'm sure that changes it.
Yeah. Fresh years,
Yeah,
dude.
fresh
Fresh
years.
years, man.
Hell yeah. Let's go on to track number 9. The Deceived versus The Poison. By the way, to speak on more commonalities, we have 2 Suffocatings in here. All right. And then we have multiple songs that are like sentences.
They're the same.
On
Yes.
both sides.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how many similarities
I
can
know,
we count
dude.
throughout this shit? But
A lot.
man, The Deceived is a fucking ripper.
It is, dude. It really
I-
is.
It goes hard.
It's a
dude.
fuck.
I feel like you hear the bass a little louder in this song for some reason. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
mixed, but
I
I think
agree.
that there's
I
a real
agree.
impact in this
Yes.
one. Yeah.
It's just fast paced and relentless, dude. This is a relentless
Yeah.
song, man. The middle does slow down a little bit, but then it gets to the solo, then it just picks up right off again. Like it's
I like-
fast.
But I like
yeah.
the guitar medley to bridge in the chorus.
Yes.
Like I've always loved that part. You
Yeah.
know, I think it just sticks out great. But and then also when he hits the first line of the chorus, "We are the deceived." Very clear, very good.
Yes, his enunciation's pretty good in this
Yeah,
one compared to
yeah.
that. Yeah,
So I just want to highlight that because I know we were dogging on some of the other songs, but that one I think he does well.
for sure.
But is it lost in the foreseen? We are the deceived, lost in. That's the part where I'm like, in the what? Lost
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the
Lost in the pussy. I don't know if I can say that live.
Lost
you know?
in the pussy. I'm gonna sing that line
Yeah,
up.
I know.
You gotta do it, dude.
No, lost in the pussy.
I was trying to hold it in for the camera, but every time I hear that, dude, that's
That's
what
what
I
you
hear.
hear?
Yeah, exactly. I won't even lie. But it goes back to his mumbling. You know what I mean? He's not very
Yeah.
good at
God.
enunciation.
But the rip right after that.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it doesn't take away from the song.
Oh,
but
it's so good, man. Fuck, I love the Deceived.
yeah, this is great.
I used to always flip back and forth between liking this version and the version That's on. Is it on Ember or on their demo?
Oh yeah, it's a demo one.
And it's also very good. There's some
think I've heard that one.
some slight changes on the vocal melodies, but it has its own little charm too. It's definitely worth listening to both. Like,
Is it like at a different tempo? Because I know Trivium, especially
slightly
with their demos,
they're they're
Yeah.
close, but yeah, it is a little bit different. So it's cool to listen to and then be like, actually, there's parts of this I like better, you know,
I'll just
or
search it
vice
up.
versa. But
Yeah.
both, The Deceive's just a smacker.
Oh,
What
yeah.
It
about
is,
the
dude.
Poison?
I
Lot
really
of
like the
buzz.
Poison, dude. I
Poison's
liked
solid,
it.
solid.
It's a very solid song, dude. I like that. There's a lot of punk in there, punk elements.
Yeah, it's really heavy on the punk on it.
Sprinkles
I agree
of
with
double bass, and then of course the transition at the end is fucking awesome. I was very surprised with this song. I hadn't heard it in a long time, and
Me too.
And
Me too.
it was enjoyable. For
Before
me.
we get into the
Yeah.
battle between these two, title track to title track, which one do y'all take?
You
The
know,
Poison
that
or
was
the-
I'll
about to
take
be
the
my
Poison,
point.
dude.
I think
Yeah.
I would take the Poison too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the Poison. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on the Poison, but I think it's kind of weak as a title track. I mean, I thought Ascendancy was too, but I think with it being the title track, it's got to be like one of the best songs of the album. And I don't think Poison's up there. But that's
I
just
Really?
me.
used to,
Yeah.
I used to think that way, but I've been let down too many times
I get
that
what
I
you mean,
don't
yeah.
think that
I still
way
got that
anymore.
hope in me. You know, when I put it
Yeah.
on, I was like, you know, this
It's
is
like
a title
South
track.
of Heaven is the best song
Yeah,
on
yeah.
South
Yeah.
of Heaven.
Yeah.
you know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Master Puppets,
Yeah.
probably the best song on Master. Ride the
Yeah.
Lightning,
Yeah,
best
definitely,
song on Ride the
yeah,
Lightning.
that's
my
song,
favorite
yeah.
one for
Could
sure.
be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying, but there's others where I'm like, that's not it.
You disappoint
That's
me.
not it.
Yeah, you
That's not it.
disappoint me.
Countdown to Extinction, not the best song.
Not the
on
best.
Countdown to
Solid
Extinction.
song though.
No, it's a good. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's not a good song. I'm just
But
saying
not
it's
the best from that
best.
album, yeah.
No.
I'm trying to think of other
So-
ones too. Like it's hard. It's more on the 80s and 90s side that they do that. Or what I'm thinking.
What are you talking about? We can go through millions of
Well,
examples.
I'm
dude.
sure
Like,
you could.
there's
But what I'm
so
saying,
many.
I can't think of any right
Can't
now.
think
Literally
of it on
go
the
through
spot.
all the okay.
Like what? Like just throw it out there.
Unhallowed is Funeral Thirst technically the title track? No, it's not.
No,
Okay, Miasma, is that the best song off Miasma?
no. Vulgar Picture.
It's up there.
Vulgar Picture's the best, dude.
Look at that.
We could go into so many, dude. Like,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
there is. Well, I'm saying I can't think of any right now.
Because what I'm
Yeah,
saying is
yeah.
you can't think of any because it's almost like every fucking album. there's
Every
a title
album there's
track.
something
Like,
in
Yeah.
there.
an overwhelming.
Silence in the
That's why I
Snow.
gave- it's just
Silence
like-
in the Snow. There you go.
Oh yes.
Is Silence in the Snow the best song
No,
on there?
no, it's
No,
not.
Ghost
No.
the Hunt My Bones is probably the best, I would think.
That one or the one, the second track. I can't even think of it. Fuck.
I barely remember that record.
Oh, yeah, Blind Leading the Blind.
Yeah, that one's
that one's a
banging,
really
dude,
good one. Yeah. I think Ghost to Haunt My Bones just because I didn't hear as much. Going
That's
back to it,
fucking
like, wow.
catchy. That's a catchy
dude,
song,
and Trivium
dude.
gets so much hate for that album, dude.
Why? I don't understand, dude. It's such a good
Because
album.
they don't scream. But are the songs good?
Yeah, it's
But are
not-
the songs fucking good? That's all that
Yeah,
matters. I don't
that's
care.
all that matters.
Dude, that's the one thing with metal fans that have really fucking irk me. Like, they do the same shit with Trivium that they do to Open.
Yeah.
Oh, if there's no screaming, it's a bad album. Like, what are you,
No.
a fucking caveman? A fucking Neanderthal? Dude, if a good song's a good song, man. And Silence in the Snow has, like, it's not the best record on planet Earth.
No,
But it's
no.
also not bad. Like, there's songs that are like, wow,
It's
Blind Leading
very-
the Blind.
it's
like
very
you said.
good ones,
Great
yes.
one. But, yeah, that
Until
drives
the
me
World
nuts.
Goes Cold, I think is also on that one.
Until
That
the
one's good, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
That's probably my favorite on that record, yeah.
Dude, you gotta
Dude,
cry
I've
with that,
seen
dude.
you cry to that.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You like
I saw
that?
that tour. You know, I took my wife there. That was her only metal show,
Really?
dude. And they played that song, dude. That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah, that's right. But I hate that mentality because I like what they were saying at that album when they were like, you know, Dio and some of these vocal heroes, and Matt had been really trying to, you know, show off that he's been practicing as a vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
And then he knows the fucking notes aren't easy, dude. And
Yeah.
you're writing these big fucking choruses. I like that. I like to sing along. So when I saw that tour, I was really like, okay, this is dope. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a diatribe for another time. To go back to the title track point, which is there's so many title tracks that I don't have that same standard that you do. But I agree, both of these are not. They're underwhelming title tracks.
In my opinion, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So- but
No, I
still
agree
choose
with
the
you. I
Poison.
agree with you.
Yeah.
They're both are not top three. Maybe not even top five on the record.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
No,
so-
I can hard agree with that one. For sure.
Wow.
Maybe the Poison's getting close to top five.
Yeah.
You liked it? The Poison
I
a lot?
really did enjoy it. Like,
I mean, it does have the punk
But you wouldn't
influences,
put it-
got the panic chords. It's got everything in it.
For
So-
you, it'd be five, right? Like it wouldn't be top three.
No, probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
It's like middle
It's
tier.
yeah, it's
of the
middle.
album.
It's the middle
Yeah.
of the album for sure.
So I'm gonna go the Deceived on this one.
Yeah, but I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, Deceived
Yeah.
is
It's
just.
too
Deceived's
good.
too
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right,
Poor
guys.
Bullet,
Track
poor
number
Bullet.
poor Bullet, dude, especially on these B-sides for me personally. But going on track number, is this 10? 9,
Yep.
10? Yeah.
Number
10.
10.
Suffocating Sight versus 10 Years Today. Man, you always knew this. Suffocating Sight's like one of my favorite Trivium songs.
It
Dude,
is,
it is a beast. That rhythm guitar.
It's so
Oh,
good,
dude, I agree. I play guitar,
Insane.
and that riff, I'm just like, what the
I
fuck
can't do that.
is
I've tried it.
It feels
is
like it's all over the
ridiculous.
place.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Your right hand has to just be so tight, dude.
Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
gallops. Because, like, left hand speaking, it's not horrible, but getting
Yeah.
the
It's
the right
coordination
hand.
between both is just like, what the
The alternate
Yes.
picking and the down picking going between them, dude. It is
Yeah.
ridiculous. That song. Yeah, it's
If
a lot
you
harder than it
just
sounds.
Slow it down, triple it, da 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 da,
Yeah.
triple it, da 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 da
Yeah.
da, ticka 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 da, ticka 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 da, da da. It's like what? And you got to do that at fucking Mach 12. Mach
And the
That's
dude
6.
nuts.
sings while he does it, man.
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
screaming on
The
top! I'm like,
screaming, yeah.
dude, Matt Heafy.
That is so
oh
much
my
talent.
God,
Yeah.
bro! At 19, dude, I'm 30. I can't even. I sit there. I'm like, I'm an ape.
yeah, this
Give
is
me
one
my
of the-
Hatebreed riffs. I can't play this
Yes,
shit.
dude.
dude.
Yeah, I feel that, man. It's one of the more technically impressive tracks on the record, I think,
Yeah.
for Trivium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically impressive, but it still suits. It's not like a flex. Like it's still a good fucking song.
I think it's a flex, man. Not like in a bad way. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
what I'm
terms of
saying
what
is
you're
like
saying,
it's
yeah.
not like there's so many bands that just write difficult shit to be
Yeah.
difficult.
No, okay,
This
yeah,
is like this is a badass thrash song. Like
For
it just
sure,
works.
dude.
And I've always loved the chorus.
Yeah,
I
it's
think one
catchy.
of the more solid. We have another up key. All right, on the last chorus part.
Yeah.
But I love Suffocating Sight, man. Like it's just. I wish they would play it more live.
Yeah.
'Cause we haven't seen
Is this
it.
your favorite off the album?
I used to say that, but going back, it's Gunshot. I
Yeah,
think this is
same
number
here.
2.
Great
now.
one.
I
Oh,
think this is
really?
number 2, yeah. I love this fucking song, dude.
Yeah,
It
it's
gets
an
me-
amazing
It just
song.
gets me fucking going.
I
And
agree.
like I said, if I saw it live, because I don't think we've ever seen it. Maybe once, twice.
We've seen it. We've seen it.
Like,
I
we've
don't
seen
know
it,
how
we've
many
seen it,
times
but
we've
not
seen
a
it.
lot.
But yeah.
The
And,
dude, the dude talks about it so much on his live streams. I imagine he would play it a lot, but I guess not.
Does he
Suffocating
really?
Sight- Yeah, sometimes I tune into his live streams. He's always talking about Suffocating Sight.
I don't think he's
know.
played the
Shit.
last couple of
No,
times.
dude,
now
like,
that I think about it.
I could go through the fucking 15 shows. I think I've only seen it once or twice.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't play on
Wow.
this last tour for sure. The
But
one
the
last
thing
time
is,
I
they
saw
have
it,
so
yeah.
many songs from Ascendancy that they have to play.
That's true,
That
you-
doing the B-sides, it's good that they're
Right, yeah.
like that's why we're saying that, like, because you have Gunshot, like Light to Flies, Rain, Pull Harder, like those come first.
Yeah, good
Okay,
point.
And
now-
Dying in Your Arms.
I
Yeah,
remember
and
now.
then The Deceived. It's like, oh, dude, okay, it's still live.
It's the greatest hits album or what?
Yeah, getting close
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that I remember now. They were switching off during that tour, the Court of the Dragon tour with the Dead Man one. They were playing a bunch from those albums, but they were picking and choosing like one or two off Ascendancy, and they were Pull Harder was a staple, and they're switching out Like Lies with Suffocating Sight with
Like Light.
Like Lights to
Close
Flies,
enough, right?
and then the Deceived. They're swapping a bunch of songs around. Yeah.
If it was
Yeah.
Like Lies, would it Like Lies to who? Like
To
instead of
Flies.
Like Light to Flies, Like Lies to who?
to
Like
you,
Lies to Liars.
to all the liars.
No, but that's right. That's right. For that tour, they were doing it. You know what's a great performance of it is that when they did In Ways and they had that in-studio live thing and they played it.
Oh yes, the
That's-
Chapman studio.
Yeah, Chapman
yes.
Studio. I remember seeing that like a million times.
Dude, I was obsessed
I
with
was
that for the
obsessed with that,
longest
too. I thought
time.
it was so cool.
Yes.
But yeah, 10 Years Today, it's okay. Like, I like it.
I think it's a weak song, dude. Personally,
I agree.
I'm not
It's
a fan,
alright.
dude.
Like,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
not
lie
like
to
the
you.
biggest fan. What about you?
Yes.
I'm really
Sean?
big on ballads, so I do like the song. It's probably like literally top 3 on this record.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
I love
dude.
Sorry, I'm
ballads.
shitting on
Yeah.
that, Sean.
Dude, yeah, it didn't really it didn't resonate with me at all. It's like it's like I got nothing against it, but I'm also like it didn't stick out in any
Yeah,
particular
I can
way.
understand that. It's a real simple song. It is just a ballad. I mean, the lyrical content, I'm assuming it's about like a dead friend or something like that. I don't know. But,
Yeah, it's
but
emotional. Lyrically.
Yeah, it's an emotional song. I think I love ballads. So, top 3 for me. But
Damn,
But I
dude.
still
Nice.
think, honestly, Suffocating Sight wins it out just because it is technically better. Like, it's a lot more instrumentally.
No, go with
Yeah.
your gut. Go with your gut. Which song on a playlist? Which one you listen to more?
Yeah,
Which
10
one
years.
gets the more
It's got to be
reaction?
10 years. Yeah, I ain't
Oh,
gonna
10
there
years.
we go,
Okay,
there we go.
okay.
Come on. Don't do it off a technicality.
I can't pull a JJ, give him the
Oh,
pity vote.
already starting, dude.
But I think we're both going.
Yeah,
strong here.
come on.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand.
All right, track number 11.
Yep.
Departure versus Cries in Vain.
Man. Wow.
Now, Departure, let me talk about Departure.
That's an angry
Love the build of it.
teenager.
But, dude,
Yeah.
the break, okay, I hate to just get, like, to the part that I don't like. But God, that breakdown didn't age well for me at all. Like, I'm like,
No.
I can't do this, dude. Fuck the people! Fuck the world!
Fuck
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an angry teenager, it works.
That's
dude.
all
No,
good.
that's
Yeah,
true.
for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
What is this? Something about a shotgun, a savior, and a shell. Although the screaming, you can hear him better on this one.
For sure.
whatever,
I still don't know what
you
he's saying. I never looked at the lyrics for this one, but
Yeah, it's just kind of like a weird suicide song. But the thing is, like, the build-up instrumentally is really cool. You know what I mean? Like, I really do enjoy the instruments. It's just the singing and the screaming doesn't do it for me.
This
at all
song
on this
hasn't
track.
aged well for me personally.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gone down a
Yeah,
little bit for me.
it's just too. This one's angsty and like in the suicidal realm. Just not my favorite. And even lyrics set aside, like I said, which you've always come last to me. The singing and screaming performance is just not my favorite. I think the breakdown riff is cool and the instruments are cool, but the vocals aren't for me on this song.
Yeah, and lyrics too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even for me, I think it's a good song. I have no problems with it.
I have no musically, I don't have a lot of problems. I just it's the vocals.
Also, on this record, because it's included in this song,
Yeah.
do they use like a classical guitar? Is it a nylon? It doesn't sound like an acoustic to me because it's kind of included in this song as well.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a really
don't
good
know.
question because
Yeah.
the clean parts sound great. Like
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that pickup, but then like once again, his enunciation that those like pickup parts, I'm like, I don't know what he's
Yeah,
saying.
I don't know, but
I know I know where we're going.
yeah.
I know where we're going.
Yeah, I
Get the
know.
shotgun out. Let's Kurt Cobain it.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
that's, I know
God.
where we're going with this.
Oh my god, dude.
But it's true. Like, and
That's
then when I
true.
start the song now, because I've heard it so many times, like, but I know where we're going.
I know where
Like,
the
I'm
journey
not-
ends.
You're ready
You know,
for
I
it.
know
I
where the
know where the
journey
journey
Yeah.
ends. dude.
It'll be entertaining to see live though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
good point.
will.
I don't
During
know
this
how to
whole
do
part,
it.
just when I go get a beer, you know.
Yeah,
Go get your merch real
We'll
quick.
get
Go
that
get my merch.
$20
You can
beer,
still hear
dude.
it in the background. I know
Yeah.
people shit when I say that, like, oh, that means you're ignoring. No, I can still hear the song. What I'm saying is I don't
Yeah.
need full attention to that song specifically.
Nah,
I get
way
what
to
you
cover
mean.
your ass. Dude.
I'm trying my
kidding,
best
dude.
to give compliments out where they're due and cover my ass. You're right. But what about Cries in Vain, guys? I mean, it's a solid
It's
song.
a solid song, dude.
It's really, but I don't think it's top of the album, but I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
Like, it's just a solid Bullet for My Valentine song. There's nothing wrong with it. It
It's like
doesn't really
a-
offend me in any way.
No, it's just I think he takes like a different vocal approach on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And I
sounds a
didn't mean
little
to say
different.
that Departure offends me. Departure doesn't offend me. There's a lot of
Yeah,
suicide
there's
songs
a
that I
ton of them,
enjoy,
dude,
yeah.
but this one isn't one of them.
Yes.
You know?
I think
agree.
Cries in Vain is another one of those that would sound good, like if it was on Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like a PS2 game. It's
Yeah.
got that punk influence. It's got
Yeah.
new metal influence almost. Like I don't know if the intro is some kind of wall pedal, if it's synths, but I
Yes.
think that's like the most interesting part of the track. I mean, it's a
Got
good
you.
song. The chorus is good. Intro
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
alright.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not magical, but
Yeah,
it's a
not
solid
exactly
song.
what I mean,
Yeah.
but it's solid, and Departure
Uh,
just like doesn't do it for me. So I'm going Cries in Vain.
I think so too, man. I think so too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
What do
gotta-
you give Sean a shot?
I mean, I
Nobody's
gotta go-
picking it.
2 out of 3.
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
picking, Sean?
I do got to pick Cries in Vain.
Okay,
I
good.
don't think either of these are super strong though.
No,
so I,
they're
it's not
they're
a-
on the weaker side
yeah,
for sure.
So
All right, last track. Well, obviously the end we cut off.
yeah.
We can talk about that a little bit, but Declaration versus Spit You Out.
I think there's a blowout.
You're going Declaration.
I'm going Declaration.
Now,
I think
you
it's
can't
great.
start this debate saying her voice resides and you skip over Rain, but yet then we get to the end and you're picking the more thrashy song.
I like it, dude. I wrote a bunch of timestamps.
Wow,
I like
look at
it.
that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because it's more thrashy, because I know you.
You're
That's
the
why I got
thrash
mad
guy.
about the
You're
Rain
the
thing,
thrash
dude.
guy.
I heard this song, I'm going to go, JJ's going to pick it because it's so fucking thrashy.
It
I
is.
know you have a ton of timestamps. I know every... Like, I got
Exactly,
it.
dude.
But you pick her voice resides over Rain makes no fucking sense.
That's not true. I generally enjoy the song.
Look, Declaration, you're going to drive me nuts. I can't even start to
Wow.
get... Like, I'm trying to rationalize his picks. I've realized this gives me headaches, so I can't do it. I just got to... Oh,
You just go with it. You just go with
Okay.
it.
I'll try to follow the logic chain, but then it just breaks down.
This is one
No,
of those.
the Declaration is... Those riffs are fucking
Yes, dude, they're
good as
fantastic,
fuck,
yes.
dude. They're so good. I think the chorus is the one part where I'm like... Oh.
It's
If
not your
this-
fave?
If this song had a really strong chorus... it could be a fucking.
It would be a top-notch.
staple,
No,
dude.
I agree. I think this is the weakest performance that Matt does on this record, especially with his vocals.
Wow,
Yes.
vocal
Wow.
delivery.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's absolutely, especially around the 3-minute mark. Like it almost sounds out of key to me. I don't know what it is, but like
Yeah.
I agree, dude. It's the weakest chorus on the album.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're dude. You know, once again, I know we say this with the utmost respect. 'Cause this dude was like 19.
Yeah, he
I
was
love
good.
his songwriting, and in any other band's catalog, this could be an absolute fucking staple, you know, and a hit. But it's just like knowing where he goes and what he's capable of. You know, getting 12 songs an album is not easy on both of these. So
No.
dude, good job for both of them, and we're this far in. But yeah, if Declaration had a better chorus, it is my least favorite chorus on the album.
For
Like,
sure.
there's
Absolutely.
so much room for improvement there.
He does do good. His James Hetfield impression on this track.
So,
I feel like,
then you're gonna love the Crusade.
Oh,
Because
you'll
James
love
it.
Hetfield
No,
impression
That's what
is
actually I put in my
fantastic.
notes. I was like, was this a demo for the Crusade? Because I've heard some of Crusade. And I know he goes
That's
hard with
funny,
that James
dude.
Hetfield voice in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
It was a sample, dude. Yeah.
Do you want to put on a riff, JJ?
No,
what's your
no,
riff?
no,
What's
Come
your
on,
riff?
we haven't put on any. You
No
haven't put on
riff.
one riff. Come on.
You're shy with the riffs this time.
Fuck it, then I'm gonna put on.
You put on a riff, dude. Put on
I'm
the
gonna
riff you
fucking
want.
just put on the start. It doesn't start banging.
It starts blazing, dude.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, 27 seconds in.
27 seconds. Yeah, there it is.
That's gonna be fucking killer live, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying, but you know
No,
what?
no.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah. It sounds cool.
Yeah, right there,
Yeah.
dude. Yes. Yeah. That
There's
little
so
temp-
many transitions in
That
the song.
groove change right there gets me every time.
Yes.
But then, wow, these lyrics are deep, dude. I'm reading them
Are
right
they
now.
really?
You know what? They're giving equality for every race, sex, and sexuality, and every choice to live our lives. And to you, bigot, cretin, ignoramus, mind your own.
It's all
goddamn
about
fucking
freedom, dude.
business.
Yes, sir.
Fuck their
All
ways.
about
It's time to
freedom.
break free.
Yeah, and he goes hard in this one, huh?
Let
Yeah, fuck
ra-
their hate. Acceptance is what we need. Holding on to what makes us whole.
Let freedom ring with the shotgun
There
blast.
you go.
No, dude, it's more like Vita Infra than any other song,
know.
I would say.
Yeah.
I think this song is one of the sloppier songs on the record, but I think that is to its benefit. It kind of gives us
Yeah.
that thrashy
Yeah.
feel. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
It's real
Yeah,
crazy.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. It's just yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
yeah.
I already
it's
said what I
real,
say.
yeah.
I don't need to beat a dead horse. Those
Yeah.
parts are great though, but like, the little not tempo change, like the groove change on that is
Yeah.
just spectacular. But let's go on to the other track from Bullet.
Spit you out.
Yeah, Spit You Out. What do you guys think about Spit You Out?
I
It's
think it should have been a
enjoyable.
B-side.
It's an enjoyable song, though.
I think it should have been a B-side. I think it's
It
all
is a
right. but
B-side.
It is a
Well,
B-side, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not still not a B-side. I mean, that's technically, I guess it is a B-side, right? I think it should have been like a special edition. Was what I'm saying. Yeah,
like a bonus
like
track.
a bonus track.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bonus
Yeah,
track.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Because I
Yeah.
think it's just unmemorable. I
I'm
think
like,
it's
these
fine.
are 12-track albums. This is like a D side,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Like this
Yeah.
is second album.
Do you
flipping
like?
over.
Did you listen to the end?
Yeah, I like the end actually. I
So
think the end
you
is
would have
great.
preferred that over?
I would prefer
yeah.
that.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
like-
Spit
I
You
think
Out,
so
yeah,
too,
it just
honestly,
Kind of
yeah.
falls into the cracks because through the cracks because of how strong some of the other songs are on the album.
I think at this point in the album, you've kind of heard
Yes.
everything that Bullet has to offer with this album. It's kind of just
With
you're
that
ti-
sound.
yeah,
It's
that sound
recycled a
sound.
little
Yeah, it's
bit,
recycled.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds
It
kinda
does feel
kinda
different.
agree with
recycled.
that.
Yeah.
But I think if you stuck this on other Bullet albums, it'd be a fucking solid
If it was
song.
earlier in the record, maybe it would be pretty good. Yeah, you know what I mean. So.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to isolate it. I think it's a good song. Like I don't think it's the worst track on here. I definitely think it's better than I know you love all these things. I hate them.
Yeah.
And the end, I didn't particularly like the end. I thought it was just kind of boring. A lot of meandering for no reason. But I think this one, same kind of feeling that I had for Cries in Vain. Like it's, if you like Bullet sound, you will enjoy these songs.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
But
pretty
it doesn't
straightforward.
break. It's not going to break through to people who don't. Whereas like I said, Tears Don't Fall, I could probably sell to like a fucking fan
Yeah.
of I don't know.
Yeah, this
Put in,
just
like,
caters to their musical style.
My wife
It
knows
is
the
their
Tears
job.
Don't Fall main riff, and she doesn't even listen to Bullet. You know what I mean? Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to
exactly,
get
yeah.
at. And Cries
She knows
Makes
the
Me
let's
Out would.
go. She knows all about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. So.
These wouldn't break like that.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
dude, this song is not as good as her voice resides. This one fucking
No,
inverts it,
definitely not, dude. Her voice resides is a top song on the album.
Exactly.
That wasn't my problem with what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it was better than Rain, motherfucker. It's like, come on, dude. That's not my problem with it. So, but we got to make a decision. Which one y'all gonna go?
I'm going Declaration.
It's Declaration.
I'm
dude.
going Declaration too, dude. I'm going Declaration too. All right, guys. That's the end.
That's the
That's
end.
the
JJ.
whole records.
That's the whole record. JJ, give us the score, baby. What'd it come out to?
Wow, surprising. It's 8-5. I
Was
thought
it
it was
really?
gonna be a complete blowout. To
Trivium?
be honest, yes.
8-5.
Yeah.
Ascendancy takes
Yeah.
the win, dude. Home
Yeah.
team advantage.
Yeah, dude.
Look, honestly, when we first brought it up and they did the tour, I agreed. I was kind of in my mind like, oh man, I don't listen to Bull anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's not that great. Blah blah blah. But I was like, you know what? Let me get a second chance because I did love it for a time. And going back, I was like, oh yeah, these are great songs.
Yeah,
like they are
these are
great.
well written.
songs. Any band would be so happy to get to the position Bullet did with this record, and Trivium too, obviously.
Yes.
Like to get to the place that they both went with this first record.
Yes.
Like to write songs like that on your
Exactly.
first record, it's very impressive.
Yeah, at such a
You
young
know?
age too, man. Like I don't know how they did it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
absolutely. And the other thing is that they both performed them live with such great quality and like energy. Bullet has always put on a great show. Like you can look up any of their live things, they put in everything they got. They're going into it.
Yes.
They're not fucking like we talk about with some bands. They might have great songs, but they're fucking dull as a rock. live.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of stuff. So respect to both of these albums, and it is closer than I thought. But there was some like, dude, hit the floor. I was like, God, this song is
Yes,
fucking
dude.
good, dude.
Suffocating,
but
man.
it went against Gunshot.
Yes,
so
dude.
Yeah.
How can you
that's
do
so
that?
hard, dude.
Yeah.
The stack up was crazy. Yeah.
Once again, I think we've always. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. But my feeling is we've always been more inclined to Trivium because we like riffs.
Yes.
Like riffs that are really iconic, and we just need that little bit more touch of like rough, like extreme gritty metal, right? Where I'm not trying to say Trivium's this extreme thing, but Matt Tuck is a little bit more mass appeal because he has that prissiness, I would say, and it's more about like the chorus of the song than the like guitar riff.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can tell the difference between their musical styles. Like,
100%.
The contrast is very different. Yeah.
Bullet's
Yeah.
got more of that melody, whereas, like you said, Trivium, they go hard with the riffs. Like
They go
I
hard
remember
with
the
the
riffs.
riffs, dude.
Yes,
They
I
got
remember this.
Riff City with Trivium. But all that being said, dude, Ascendancy's the winner on this day's episode. Sean, you got anything else? Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I
dude.
would
That
say
was-
Yes,
nothing
thank you,
much
That was a
man.
great
other
first
than
episode. You got to come back. Next
I'd
time
love
you
to.
pick.
I got to think about that one.
Yeah. Anyone you want to do, dude. We'll bring you
Yes,
back
dude,
on.
let's do it.
But at the end of the day, literally all times of the day.
All times of
All
the
times
day.
of the
All
day.
my boy.
times.
Ascendancy is the winner. If you think the Poison's better, what's their opinion, JJ?
You're wrong.
Oh, don't point
Straight
at
to
him.
me, straight to
Don't
me.
point at him. Appreciate you, motherfuckers. Thanks for tuning in. If you got this far, like and subscribe. Take it easy. We'll see you on the next
Peace
one.
out, guys.